Hello, hello, my green skins, and we are here. We are live. We live. Today's Space Geeks. We're making a joke about how this is the 250th episode, but it is more of me just being being a little bit of a goofster. Oh yes, we are going to have fun today. Oh, yes, Undertaker.
Okay, easy there, fucking pixie fairy.
That's Paul Bearer, you bastard.
Yeah. By the way, 250th episode, because as we all know, when we were growing up, Star Wars and Star Trek fans used to fucking go at it. And I mean, they went at it.
Yeah. And then Next Gen came out, and it was just like, well, we're not counting Next Gen. It's just original Star Trek because they can't win against Next Gen. But we're gonna go there, bitches.
Don't worry, Star same way. It was butchered into chicken cutlets too.
Yeah.
And all we have are the scraps.
Dude, it's death of 1,000 cuts. Like, look at Lower Decks. Look at that piece of shit. Look at fucking Star Trek. Like, literally, Kurtzman Star Trek is should be the most hated Star Trek. I would even go as far as probably. What? If you're defending it, you understand I'm going to kick you. Don't defend.
Next time he sees you, he's gonna boot you in the butt.
Pitch fight. It's pitchfork time. If you do that, I'm gonna get my pitchforks. We're gonna rally to your place. We're gonna bring all our phases. Going to be set to kill, man. I'm just fucking with you. Go ahead. What do you want to say, sir?
Oh, I was gonna bring a batleth.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll bring that Klingon. I'll bring the Klingon thing, and I'll make sure to go through Pon Far before I get there. Okay, anyways, go ahead, Starfleet.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we're fucking with you. Go ahead, my friend. Starfleet is with us, and Bob the Marauder, and I believe DJ Ronnie will be coming in. That's when we're going to start talking about this. But until then, we gotta chill. So, what do you want to say, Starfleet? Sorry.
I was just cutting it out there. It's it was going robotic.
Yeah, I know. Oh yeah, you're coming in and out.
Happening on my end. Let's hear that like that.
Yeah, it's weird because you're literally like, I'm about to, and then it just dies. I don't know. His mic's acting up today. Well, it's another Duct Tape Productions, boys and girls. So I guess Star Trek, like I said, Kurtzman Star Trek is the most hated. It's funny because it took a show like The Orville, which isn't exactly that good, but that is considered better sci-fi than Star Trek or Star Wars right now. But like it beats out both right now. God help us.
I've yet to see that series.
Season 1 is interesting. They're it's kind of very similar to Star Trek in a lot of ways, where season 1 is this, season 2 is this, season 3 is this, season 4 is this type of thing, where you got like those bits and pieces as episodes. Yeah,
I don't want to. I really don't have to get Disney Plus to watch it, but I might have to.
I would honestly, I refuse to get Disney Plus. Just yo ho yo, Pirates Live.
That's the other option.
That's the only option. They're cracking down on those sites again. I can't seem to get on proper sites anymore in Canada. We gotta use VPNs and shit. Like, I had to fight to get I had to fight to get the New Guardians stuff. By the way, tomorrow's going to be the New Guardians comic. We are actually going to be going through that. Issue 1. So yes, we have some fun today. We're going to be doing some stuff. But first, let's start off with the fun that is while we're waiting for DJ to show up. Oh, I forgot to send him the link. Oops. My bad. Probably should have sent him the link to this thing so he knows what we're doing here. Copy link. And Bob and those pork rinds. Yeah, I know. I miss pork. I wouldn't mind some pork rinds. I love the jalapeno ones. Those are my favorites.
They didn't have any jalapeno ones.
Right now, I feel like I'm fighting Sub-Zero. Whoa. Going to the vehicle.
Yeah, I know. slippery outside right now. Like you need to skate. Like my friend made the joke. He's like, I wonder if I should just strap on my skates and go for a little skate.
And in other news, it snows in Canada.
In other news, it snows in Canada.
It also rains in the Amazon.
I prefer the snow to what we're getting right now.
Yeah, and somewhere out there, Justin Trudeau's having gay sex. I don't know where that came from. Did you guys hear that? I heard a distortion in the space-time continuum. Did you guys not hear a distortion in the space-time continuum?
It must have been the Q.
Yeah, it must have been the Q, you know?
Yeah, trying to send us messages or some shit.
Yep. Yeah.
You know it's bad when even the Q doesn't know what a VPN is.
Yep.
Speaking of VPN, sorry, we're not sponsored yet. I wish.
No, we're not. No.
I wish.
I wish. We are sponsored. We are sponsored by one thing and one thing in particular. We are sponsored by the fun that is the I Dream of House Hippo and the Horde Shop. Go to hordeshop.com. Go to I Dream of House Hippo. Go to the Teespring store and buy some merch. We have some stuff out there, boys. The Horde Shop is open. We have Goblin Dice. We have support your local Dice Goblin. We have a bunch of other stuff coming up. We also have a bunch of other fun little T-shirts coming out. Hopefully, we'll have a bunch out by April or May. And hello, Arus. Oh, poor Arus, you're gonna have a hard time with this one. We got. I hope you could get a word in edgewise here. I'm sorry, my friend. So we're just waiting for DJ Ronnie. Once DJ Ronnie makes it in, we will get started. We are waiting for him. If he doesn't show up, then we will probably go to other stuff. But we will talk about Star Trek and Star Wars today. That is a verse battle, and we are going to do that. So first off on the list, we are talking about Scream 7. It has happened. The little movie that could, the movie that everyone seems to like, and the movie that the critics seem to hate, Scream 7 has legitimately gotten more money than I think the first Scream movie. This made gangbusters, apparently. Yeah. And I've been hearing it's a good movie. Yeah. This made a lot of money. This has actually made gangbusters. This has made a lot of money. So what do you boys think? Scream, the fact that the critics are hating it and the fans are loving it. 77% like ratio, made a lot of money. It's making more money since like I think the Tart Chopper, I think that the Scream 3 was the movie I think everyone was like, that was the one that made the most money out of the franchise. This one made a lot of money.
I'm sorry, Chief. I know you slipped up, but
What?
That is a fantastic slasher villain right there. The Tart Chopper.
The Tart Chopper? Yeah.
Yeah, I know you're trying to say top charts, but the Tart Chopper, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I know. I mean, this is slashing a lot of tarts, definitely. You know, what movie's out right now? A whole lot of nothing. This thing's blowing up the fucking movie theaters.
It's literally that joke of the nothing burger where it's like the McDonald's bun, but there's nothing there, not even a slice of cheese between it.
Oh, okay. Bob, do me a favor. Look up what's actually in theaters right now, because I think Scream 7 is the only thing there right now.
All right, let me see. I can rattle them off.
Yep.
But honestly, when you have such a divide like this, it really fits the definition of cult classic. But also on top of that, how much money do critics make?
A lot, actually. It's a lot of diversity hires, though. Was the last.
I'm about to say, with knowing how Rotten Tomatoes and critic scores and all that, it's like you're paid for your opinion.
Now, Shadow Man, you're completely wrong. Scream 7 came out, and apparently that's making gangbusters in the theaters right now.
Current movies in theaters. Let's see what we got here.
Hello, Paula. I have a question for you and your friends. Hello. Well, what's the question?
All right.
Do you think Keanu Reeves could play a great Darth Revan from? Oh fuck yeah! Oh yeah!
Yeah.
Oh yeah! Yeah!
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, I could answer that question. Yes.
Yep.
The only downside is he may have to lose his hair. If I'm
See,
thinking of the right guy.
no, Dark Revan. Dark Revan is the character you play in the game, if I remember correctly.
Okay. I thought it was the other
Yeah.
Sith Lord in was it the Old Republic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Darth. Yeah. Because Darth Revan. Yeah, totally. Keanu Reeves is awesome.
Yeah. You can definitely do the voice too. My question is, what is going to be the canon of it? Is it going to be light side Sith, or, well, air quote, light side Sith? Like, how's the role going to play? Because doing that, giving an RPG a canon or a movie, it doesn't always end so well.
Can I be honest? You can't do a Knights Old Republic based off the actual story of the Old Republic. You have to do something else. If you try doing the actual story based off the story of that franchise, there's so much. There'd be too many people complaining. Like, it's a great idea, and there are a couple Knights of the Old Republic books that have nothing to do with the main stuff. It's just other stuff of the Old Republic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's my question, because it's like trying to make an RPG into a movie or a series. Yeah. Either you're going to have to change the story entirely, like what you suggested, where it's not the plot of the game, it's a different plot in a different time sphere.
So Paula asked,
doing that is going to cause a lot of issues with player choice. But go ahead with that question.
Okay, so I heard you should be the one watching this. I'm not. I've heard.
You told me to look up movies in theaters. All right.
I know. Should have took me 5 seconds. I could have done that in like 2 minutes. In a second. I've heard that Afaroth might be coming to Ahsoka season 2. Natalie Portman might be returning as Padme. Well, how do you register Padme in this? And I know I don't know. Like, to me, I wish they just stop with the Star Wars. I don't hate Star Wars, but I'm really, other than the Star Wars anime that kind of came out, I've had no interest in paying attention to Star Wars. I paid attention to the first Mandalorian, and that was about it. Now, that's not saying like you can do a good Star Wars series. Same with Star Trek. The problem is I don't think the people who are working on it don't understand the franchise that they're working on, or they want to make it their own. Yeah,
that's like completely. Because have you played the new Star Wars games, or at least witnessed a little bit of the gameplay?
I've played some of the not Outcast. The one where you play the Jedi kid.
Yeah, the ginger kid, who's like a pseudo Jedi. Okay, my biggest issue with those games is this. What kind of theme is that called? Is it like Astropunk or like Cassette Core? It's the same consoles and everything. Hey, DJ. It's the same consoles and everything you find in, what was that Bethesda one? What's that Space Bethesda game? What the fuck is that one called?
Starfield. I was on mute.
Starfield. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. It has the same interiors of the ships in the new Star Wars stuff, where everything looks like computers from the 70s and shit. And it's like, that's not what Star Wars was like. Like, yeah, they had a little bit, but it wasn't the whole goddamn cake over here.
Well, dude, don't watch the one with the kids. See, that's the problem. You got a company that really doesn't understand what it's doing. Like, if you looked at the graphic novels that came out for Star Wars and Star Trek, you could literally grab a set of those books, make an entire movie or TV show franchise off one of those arcs, and you'd legitimately have something amazing. If you were to look at the Kyle Katarn franchise and just do Kyle Katarn from Dark Forces, fucking banger, man. You know how many people would buy that?
Me.
Oh man, that would make so much money.
I have a big problem whenever I was playing, was it Jedi Fallen Order? Everything felt really dry, is the best way to put it. It felt too safe and dry, like nothing was going against the grain. It was like, I guess I'm the rebellion, but why is the rebellion so clean cut and all this? And it's like, I don't know.
By the
Everything
way-
felt fake, like I was on a stage.
Yep. Okay, so back to what we were talking about with Scream. But no, thank you for the
Yeah, movie theaters. I got
anytime. Anytime you want to ask us more. What are the top
Okay.
movies in the now?
Top movies in the theaters now. We got Scream 7, rated R. We have Goat, which is a PG rated film.
Yeah.
Wuthering Heights, which is rated R.
Yep.
Crime 101, which is rated R.
Mhm.
I Can Only Imagine 2, which is a PG film. It's a faith-based music drama. Okay.
Yeah.
Epic, Elvis Presley in Concert, PG-13.
Yeah. Which is
Then
kind
Help.
of fun. It's basically a rehash of, I think, Elvis's concert.
Oh my god! Wait.
Yeah.
That's so dumb. But okay.
Yeah, it's one of
Then
his
Help, which is rated R.
Yeah.
How to Make a Killing, rated R. It's a crime thriller. Solo Mio, PG, a romantic drama, and what? There ain't no way this is real. The Woman
What?
King, PG-13.
No way!
Oh.
They
The what?
relaunched the
They
Woman
re-released
King?
it in select theaters.
Why would
There's
you
some
re-release
AMC
that
and
crap?
4 other theaters have re-released The Woman King.
Oh my
That's
god!
why I was like, wait a second, what? What?
Why would you re-release that?
I was genuinely taken aback. I was like, I thought that thing was years old by now.
Oh my god, that is one of the worst movies I've ever seen. Like, that is up there. Like historically inaccurate, complete
Okay.
garbage. It's I
Okay,
know
you have
the
a
acting
choice of-
before. What?
Okay, now here's the. I know it's the worst movie ever. Question: which would you rather be forced to watch, The Woman King or the most recent Snow White?
Hmm.
Ooh. Oh, that's.
Ooh.
I would say the most recent Snow White because at least I was able to track what went wrong with it and I could point everything out.
Okay. I am going to use a famous quote. I reject your reality. I submit my own. Teenage tattoo warriors fighting aliens from Beverly Hills. Tattoo teenagers.
Teenagers from Beverly Hills.
All
right. I'm about to say, I remember when the guy hit me with that Witcher line, and I was like, "Yeah, sorry, buddy, you get to choose too. There is no choice here." All right?
No.
Now that was some good wushu knowledge that you tried throwing. No, I'm talking like I had a conversation with a buddy on board my ship one time.
Yeah. No. You got it. You got it.
You can get away with it because you are well aged.
Yep. All right.
Like a vintage wine.
DJ, you doing the same thing? You you doing the ninja route?
Ninja route? What ninja route?
Yeah, you're using the samurai using the cyber ninja samurai route that I just did, or are you gonna go with the tattoo? You're gonna go with Snow White versus Woman King.
Oh, I mean, like, I'm curious about these cyber ninjas.
Oh,
It's not really cyber ninjas. They're rehashed American gladiators.
DJ,
Well, yeah.
look up-
Is it like watching MXT?
No, God, no, DJ. Tonight, go on the TV time. You'll see tattoo teenagers, alien fighters from Beverly Hills. Watch that show and then come back to us. You will understand exactly where the joke came
Alright.
from.
All
I
right.
wanted to peel my eyes out.
Yep, it's bad. But okay, so tonight we have
It's not
ourselves.
even good bad. It's just bad.
Okay, today we're going to be looking at some Midwest safety. We're going to go. We're going to step into Midwest safety, and then we're going to get to the actual stuff today. So midwife.
Midwife. Oh man!
Midwife safety is important. You got to watch.
Now I know what kind of women Chief like. He likes the midwife.
I dated a midwife once. It's not bad. I don't deny that. All right, so we have ourselves an episode. We have an episode of this. It's actually quite fun. We're going to have a little bit of a blast watching this. By the way, do support this channel. They're awesome. Give them the love that they deserve. I do like this body cam footage stuff. It absolutely makes me happy in some ways because I believe this stuff needs to be seen because a lot of people act like this Like this stuff is fake. Oh, the cops are against us and stuff. And I really, not every cop is a corrupt piece of shit. There are corrupt piece of shits, but not every cop's a corrupt piece of shit. The same feeling I have towards golf girls. There are crazy golf chicks, but not every golf chick is crazy. I know quite a few that aren't crazy. I know quite a few more that are, but that's just the weird vampire stuff that they do. I love the weird vampire stuff they do. They're awesome. Oh
All right,
man,
enough of your luggage.
Oh yeah. Oh. Okay.
All right, so enough of your trauma bonding over here over your goth love.
Oh yeah, me goth love.
Tell me when to hit play.
Hit play, boys and girls.
Hitting play.
Okay, this woman. I
love how they got a point up pouring rain.
Yep. She loses her shit in this. Yeah.
Lightning.
Yep.
Sorry, it's just the arrows.
Yeah. No, because she's smoking a joint in front of them. She's smoking a joint. By the way, you know what that is? That's called inebriation. You do not. I've been crying. I've been having a bad day. Yes. How about don't smoke the joint in front of them?
I have to give the utmost respect for these officers because I would have been like, all right, enough out of you. Get in the back. I do not have that much patience.
I know, but dude, you're smoking a joint in front of them. Why would you do this? I'm going to turn up the volume a little bit so you guys can hear it.
Don't grab me.
Sorry about that.
Here, please. Don't grab me.
Stay out of the roadway.
Don't grab me. Don't grab me.
Don't walk away then.
Can he go away, please?
Yeah, I'll have him stand back here.
Is there two?
Yeah, me and him.
You know what? You're not supposed to. In a lot of places, and I do agree with this.
Why?
You do not
Because
smoke
Okay,
weed
hey, hold
while
on.
driving.
You're not going to tell us how to run the stop here, ma'am.
So not only does she have a beer,
So, on nights,
she has
we
a
respond
fucking
in
joint
twos
that she's
to
blasting
any kind of
away at.
traffic stop and call for
That's not a
service.
cigarette.
You're watching me.
Ma'am, I was sitting down here.
Oh,
Did you see where I pulled out from, ma'am? You drove right past me.
she's goosing
And I
out,
happen to know
man.
your car, and I happen to know that
You
you
got
are
him
a
eking
vote.
over here.
Well, I wasn't. I had an occupational. And
Man, that
I
weather
couldn't
looks rough though.
afford-
Holy
That is
shit.
suspended.
I couldn't afford.
Okay.
She also
Can you
has a
please
suspended
put that on the trunk
license.
of your car or in the
Yeah, that's
inside of
what
your
I was
Oh, that
gonna
just
do.
double cheated.
Whoa,
That's
ma'am,
what I was gonna do.
smoking,
Sorry.
I'm
girl.
just asking you. I don't
That's
need
what
the
I was
attitude.
going
Put the
to
joint
do.
away.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm not trying to give you attitude.
Info
I'm
penny,
just
info pound, I
very
guess.
Okay.
upset.
Info
Okay, well,
penny,
we
info
gotta deal
now.
with we gotta deal with all the issues here.
I'm just
Right,
very
step back
upset.
over here
It's
for me,
like, dude,
please.
these are
I'm gonna
all
explain
the
test.
I know what tests
telltales
you
of
know how
an
to explain
inebriated
it.
I have to
individual.
explain them by state law.
Yep.
The first test is for horizontal
Highly
gaze.
aggressive. It's sad
Mood
because
Would
it's
you like to
swings.
stand out here in the rain, or would you like to go
yeah,
into the
and I
spot?
believe you
I'm
gotta
fine
show
right
respect.
here.
Like,
Okay, I'm gonna be watching
dude,
your eyes and your
I'm not
eyes only,
against
so I'm
like
gonna
the
move
cops are
the
doing
tip of my
stuff
pen
corrupt, man.
back and forth
I
in
get
front
it,
of your eyes. Can you
but
please
this
take
is
your
not
glasses off and
corroborating.
set them on the
This is
hood of your
someone
car
that's
for me?
clearly not doing
I'll
well.
put them there. Okay. Can you see the tip of my pen? Okay. Yes, no? Can you see the tip of my pen? Okay. Yes or no?
He's trying to show her it, but he's
Well,
having a
tip my
problem
pen
with
with
it
your eyes
because
and your
you
eyes
can
only.
tell that she can't really follow. Like she's not following it. You can see like her
Your head
eyes are
still
just
for
staying
me?
in one direction.
Are you supposed to start tonight?
Yep. He's gonna roll up your windows for you.
Dave, for safety, let's get off this road. There's a tree that just cracked over here.
All right, we're gonna move. You're gonna come with me.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and step in for me. Step in.
So they take her into the. I guess they're taking her to
a.
they're taking to her police storehouse.
Step in.
Sit in the squad car.
Okay, how am I supposed to do that?
Oh, sorry,
What's in there?
my bag.
How am I supposed to sit in the car? Oh, gee,
Sorry, I
I
didn't know my
thought the
bag was
thunder.
back there.
No,
How?
he accidentally had his bag in the car. I guess he wasn't expecting to arrest somebody today.
You
He
do
could have been on his
way.
way out. He could have been out somewhere. Like he could have just been.
Yeah,
running.
it's true.
Crime.
Yeah, like last second call, and you happen to be in the area.
We'll see how the rest
Fair.
of this plays out.
Okay,
All
okay.
right. Smells like wheat in here.
Yep.
Yep.
But still, it's like, if I was in that position, I would have been like, is it alright if I moved your bag?
All right, Cassie.
Okay.
So we're gonna start the test over.
Yeah, I'm not going to go see Scream with you, Starfleet, but we're definitely going to go see Scary Movie.
I don't want to
fucking, I want to watch that. I just don't want to watch it. We're gonna go for late night.
Again, we're
viewing.
gonna start the test over.
When people are upset, their eyes do.
I don't like him. Why?
Okay, that's your opinion. I'm gonna train. I'm gonna look for what I'm trained for.
Go do your own thing.
Nate, just step outside, please.
Yeah.
Thank you. If I need you, I'll let you know.
Thank you.
Okay.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
I'm not gonna ask you to do the test again. If you refuse, I'm just going to arrest you.
I'm good.
I just want you to
She
follow with
is
your eyes and
skipping
your
out right
eyes
now.
only.
She doesn't like the background characters.
Keep your head still. Just keep your head still. while we're
Your
doing the test.
opinion.
Am I not?
Was that horizontal something?
All right. The
Yeah,
last
it's
one's just gonna be
horizontal
checking
left,
your eyes going
horizontal
vertical.
right,
I just
then
want
it's
you to follow
horizontal up, then
upward.
horizontal down. They
Vertical.
determine if the eyes can actually follow the eyes. It
Well,
depends
no,
on
not that. I was saying like what the actual
All
term
right,
that
you
they
can
showed
relax a
for
second. I'm
like
just making
half
some
a
notes
second
quick.
was.
Based on
But
all my
I
observations
didn't
tonight,
hit
ma'am,
pause. I just kept
I believe you to
playing.
be under the impairment of alcohol.
Okay, yeah. They're just looking at her
So,
eyes
would you like
back
to
and
provide a
forth, back
PVT
and
sample?
forth, and
If
what
I say
she's
no,
what she's
you're
determining.
arresting me, correct?
I'm gonna
Yeah,
arrest you either
yeah.
way. So,
Can I
I'm
ask
familiar
why?
too to
Because I
some
saw the
extent
clues
about
that I
sobriety
listed in the
tests,
test.
especially whenever you have to do a watch.
freaking
They
out.
teach you things you gotta look out for and
at
all
this point in
that.
time, you are
Yeah,
under
but you
arrest for
gotta
operating motor
like I
vehicle
love
while
I love the fact that
intoxicated.
she's like
How am I
confused
under
that she's being
arrest?
arrested.
For-
How
I
am I
just
under
told you you're
arrest?
under arrest.
I'm like he just
For
told
driving
you.
without a license.
You're driving while under the influence of alcohol, OWI, operating while intoxicated.
But I'm not over .08.
Well, I give you the opportunity, ma'am. I don't need to. Based on the clues.
Wait,
that I've
wait,
seen,
wait.
I
We
believe
didn't
you
even
to be
do a
under
breathalyzer
the
test
legal
on you
limit.
yet.
So you'll have your day in court.
Yeah.
You're under arrest. Do you understand? I'm not being anything, ma'am. I'm doing my job.
Don't call me ma'am. I have a name.
Okay, Cassie, turn around, face away from me, put your hands in small your back, please.
Do I have to be arrested to go over to the?
You have to be in handcuffs. Okay? I gave you the option to walk
See-
over to my squad car. Hey,
Nope,
don't
there she's
follow
going.
me.
She's running. She's running.
Up,
Nope.
I was kidding. I was
Nope.
kidding.
You're under arrest.
I was kidding.
Yeah.
I was honestly kidding.
I was kidding. Bullshit, you were
I got
kidding.
her, Nate. I got her. Yep. Nope. You took off running,
Where the
man.
hell are you going to go? They
Yeah,
know who
that's
you
not
are and
good.
they know your name.
Cheap and
Bring your feet
tweed
in.
and alcohol.
Bring your feet in.
Yeah.
Come on.
All right,
We-
stand up. I gave you the option.
Tweed and alcohol.
I'm well aware, but even if my dad's work
Well, they're
wasn't
good.
that
They're
bad.
digging a finger underneath them, each of them. All right, ma'am. Step into the car.
Like he kind of like yeah, going to jail. I knew he was going to
We've
jail.
had your opportunity.
Don't
had your
listen to me.
Into the
You don't
car
listen
you
to me.
go.
You had your opportunity, and you
don't.
ran from me. So
You
step in the
don't
car.
You don't
listen
listen to me. It's like,
Don't
yes,
listen to
Step
me.
in the
because
car.
you're
Don't
drunk,
listen.
you're high.
You didn't listen.
Step in.
Yes,
You
stop.
didn't listen.
Do not kick me.
Peace.
Step
I
into the car.
didn't kick you.
I said
I
don't.
did not
Didn't
kick
listen
I
you.
did
to
not
me.
say
You
you
didn't
did. I
listen
said
to
do
me.
not kick me.
What authority do you hold right now, ma'am? They are not oppressing any of your rights. You are fine.
Yeah, this
You
is
are
why
safe
I'm-
currently.
As soon as
I'm not a cop. This is why I'm not a cop,
All right,
man.
I clicked my body cam
Fucking-
on.
It would have
Cassie
been
was
kneecaps
charged
to
with
the
resisting
fucking leg.
obstructing, possession of THC,
You like one of those
I don't
old
know
cops
how
from the
they-
80s?
operating a vehicle while under the
Oh,
influence,
man. Oh,
operating
man.
a vehicle
I don't
with
have
a
the
revoked
patience for
license,
this job,
operating
my
a motor
friend.
vehicle without
I
insurance.
feel-
Like I
possession
said,
of
why do you think I
intoxicating
haven't
in a motor
joined up?
vehicle, and bail jumping.
It's like,
She was
no,
innocent
I
unless
know
proven
I do
guilty
not
in a court of
have
law. While Cassie was caught
the
immediately in
patience
her attempt to flee,
whatsoever.
this next suspect wreaks havoc on multiple vehicles while fleeing
This
from
person,
police.
I don't know what the logic was of this.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Now,
truck
is
driver.
this
Yes, this person is literally smashing into a bunch of cars. 3, 4, she hits like 5 cars. That is just
everybody, you got sirens. Everybody split. Pull over. What, does nobody fall over in this neighborhood?
She's swerving all over the road.
I don't think they realize what's happening. You don't like actually. You can see cars moving.
Yeah, it's like, okay, that one moved. Like,
Yeah,
the
couple-
initial, I understand. But, it's like, come on.
some people actually starting to.
There we go. Pull aside. You got a fucking speed racer over here.
10-4, she's
Yep.
in Ventino's.
And into the ditch.
Woo!
I love this, like, clearly drunk out of her mind. She's trying to, like,
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
come here. No.
I just got out of the jail.
Dude, I just got out of jail.
Turn over.
Well, how was that? Yeah, it wasn't a take.
Turn over.
I need help.
Yeah, you need a lot of help.
I was just in the jail.
Put your arm back around behind you.
Please help me.
Put your arm
Okay,
behind your
rule
back.
one: if woman over if you're over 40 years old, you cannot wear Hello Kitty stuff.
Shut up and
Okay, don't care if it fits. Do not wear Hello Kitty.
I'll be honest, he looks like Fiend. Hey, if you're wearing like Hello Kitty stuff as a woman over 40, I'm gonna assume you are a Fiend.
Naples.
For those that don't know, a Fiend is someone that does a lot of drugs.
Yeah. You walking back from my car? Yeah, I will do. So you one that got hit?
I like
Hey,
it.
I appreciate the Good Samaritans.
Oh, well, you want to know why they're good Samaritans? They all pulled over. They all chased after this bitch after she ran over and hit him in their car.
He's at the hospital. He just went to the hospital.
Wait. Did you say son?
Yeah, that was her son's car.
Please listen. Can I
Not
tell you
only,
what happened?
not only son.
If that was my car,
My son
I don't
just
have a
hit me.
mother and
So far, I think she's hit.
Yeah. By the way, there's a ride along with them today.
All the way down
So there's a ride along guy.
Was there anybody in the car?
Is that another woman in there?
Ride along boys.
How many people she hit?
I feel bad. I feel bad for the son, but I also dude, you got her to jail, shit, man. They gotta put better rehab, man. This is clearly someone who clearly should have been checked in on a little, a couple more times than normal.
Stay right here.
And she's bail jumping now at this point, by doing that.
Yep. Not to mention the hit and run.
She's
Yeah.
coming right at me. Hits the curb, blows her
I'm
tire,
not
and just
defending
starts
this.
holding
I'm not
down, like,
defending
swerving
this
all over
woman
the
in
place.
any way, shape, or form. She did what she did, and that's bad. I'm it sucks.
My
because-
car! Fuck!
Unbelievable.
Oh, dude, I would lose my shit.
Are you Janice?
Oh yeah, she's a bail jumper. They literally are looking at her bail
Took
jumping.
off running.
So she jumped bail in her dad's car. I mean,
Her son's car.
She nailed the curb.
Yeah.
She's gonna pull over, so I
She didn't go to
followed her,
court.
She's speeding him. I'll see his smoke, and she's swerving. I was
Like I said, man, that's my car. I don't have a mom anymore.
Was that today?
No.
Yeah. And that's
No.
her son's car.
I know it's fucking heartless, but oh my
Be
god.
quiet. That's why you shouldn't run. Or
Yeah,
resist.
it's sad. This whole thing is depressing in some ways. It's not as funny as the other one. The other one was someone fucking up their life. She just fucked herself.
And yeah.
This suspect, Janice, was charged
I'd say
with
the
leaving
funniest
scene of
one
a
we
crash,
looked at
2
was
counts
the guy
of felony
who was an
aggravated
arsonist who
fleeing,
caught
eluding
himself
with
on
injury
fire.
or
That was the
property
funniest
damage,
one.
resisting obstructing,
Yeah.
and felony fleeing, eluding a law enforcement officer with
No,
lights
my
and
funniest
sirens
one was the guy who
activated. She
that went to
adjudicated
jail
guilty on the
for
charges of
soda.
leaving
That's
the
still
scene of
my
a crash,
favorite.
1 count of aggravated fleeing, eluding with injury or property
That one
damage,
is
and
funny,
resisting obstructing
but
while
I
the
got
other charges were
annoyed
dropped. She was sentenced to
at
3
that
years
one
of
a little
probation
too
and given a
quickly,
1-year
you know?
driver's license
So,
suspension.
okay, here's what bugs me. That woman only got 4 years. She got a year in jail. A year in jail, ladies and gentlemen. A year in jail. How about no? Glad that I'm not in a neighborhood. Oh my orcs. Yeah, I get you. Orcs. I'm not a fan. I'm not. People don't like it when orcs are in their neighborhood. I don't know. Hey, if we're gonna raid, hey, at least if we raid your village and attack your stuff, we're kind enough to leave the women and children most of the time. Well, we're kind enough to leave the children behind 90% of the time. We let you build up your society afterwards.
I'm about to say, if you got any dark-skinned waifus like the bunny girl from My Hero Academia, then yeah, you ain't gonna see her again. You ain't gonna see her again. That's mine.
You have to kill the strong dude. It's a proof to Grum she'd end up dead.
No. We can make stronger orcs by doing that. Trust me.
No, it's a proof to Grum, boys.
Come on. It's all I have.
The proof to Grum.
I know. No. I'm sorry, baby girl. I'm sorry.
Okay, boys, we are here. We're finally here. I know. DJ and Starfleet have been waiting for it. We are starting our fund that is Star Trek versus Star Wars. So I'm going to break it down how this goes out. I'm going to start it out with an Excelsior class ship This is right after. This is after the Dominion War. We'll say 3 years after the Dominion War. That seems to be roughly around the time Voyager was out on its little expedition, and out of nowhere, a giant Star Wars Star Destroyer pops up in the Alpha Quadrant, and it pops up right around where an Excelsior class ship is. So we're gonna get it. We're gonna break down the first start of this clash.
Okay. Are we assuming that there is no negotiations? It's fire at will.
No. We're gonna assume. You know what I'm gonna do? All right, DJ.
Yep.
Because Starfleet would want to negotiate and say, "Hi,
Hey,
who are
DJ.
you?"
Yep.
DJ, we are going to let you be Star Trek. You're the
Okay.
incorporative of the Star Trek Federation. Starfleet, you still with us?
I'm gonna grab my wallet while I have time.
Yeah.
Grab my wallet.
Starfleet, you are Star Wars. You're going to be playing the Empire. You'll be doing the actions and operations of the Empire.
Okay, what question? What era? Oh, you said Empire. Never mind. Empire,
Star
post
Destroyer.
Empire.
Yeah,
Star Destroyer is
Star
your first
Destroyer, okay.
vessel.
Yeah, you have a Star Destroyer. Now, Bob, you are going to be what we like to call the unfortunate guy using the AI.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say you want me to be like a mediator of some sort of like naval combat. I could do that too.
Oh. I've been Team Reploids with Z Saber forever. The Reploids would die. They're one planet.
So what is this? Asking the capabilities of each vessel, armament.
Yeah. So yeah, you're gonna be the rules master of this one, and I'll be running these scenarios.
All right.
All right, you ready?
You don't have time to activate your fireball.
Yeah. Check my wallet in case.
Now, I'm gonna need the name of that Star Trek vessel.
Come back. My headphones will be connected.
The Star Trek vessel is the Excelsior class. This would be a Star Trek Excelsior ship, which is your standard scientific vessel. Excelsior class. Although they did have a combat class, you're working with a basic Excelsior.
Mm-hmm. That's okay. Yep. That's good. I was gonna ask.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I know Starfleet has both spec manuals for the Star Destroyer and the Excelsior. All right.
Okay. Then I'm going to open a new tab for Star Destroyer so I can pull them side by side.
Yeah. So I'm going to be. I will be on the sidelines here. I'll also be the one that's kind of doing the gatekeeping on this one, because if I see something that's a little too like someone going D&D with this shit, remember it's Starfleet. And Starfleet and Empire rules thought processes. So keep that in mind. I don't want to see, this is what the ship actually could do. It's like, no. What does the Empire as the Empire do? Okay, boys, because I know some people are gonna want to RP this a little too much. That's not what we're doing.
I'm
we're
not
looking
really
at
D&D rules, so I don't even know how I could bend the rules other than knowing that Starfleet ships are more powerful. I mean, I'm kidding. I know Empire ships have a lot of power too.
Yeah,
they do.
No, what we're saying is, what would be the protocols that Starfleet would go for when engaging a threat, rather than, we could just kill them by removing their entire bridge and cutting their command off by using beaming technology.
Keep in mind most Starfleet ships are kept. Yeah, most Star Trek ships are kept together with a group of. Yeah, it's nuts and bolts, but it's also like they literally are kept together by using a deflector system.
Structural integrity field.
Yeah. They have a structure. Yeah, they have a structural integrity field. Yeah. You could completely bypass, and so does the Empire. Both have that. Starfleet, in theory, does have the ability to disrupt.
Okay, Starfleet ships consist of a hull, structural integrity fields, deflectors, and then
Yeah.
But you get what I'm saying. Both sides are to go with the doctrine of their respective factions.
Yeah. So we'll be going by that. We'll be going by that one. Otherwise, I'd be doing the Empire, and it would get. I want to kind
press a new ship.
Yeah, you're roboting on a Starfleet. We didn't catch any of that.
Yeah.
Come back in and come back out. It's for some reason he's roboting like you wouldn't believe.
Is he roboting or droiding, or is he androiding?
Is he androiding? Yeah. I don't know why.
Roger.
Roger,
Here we go. Here we go. Okay, so again, as we follow, if Starfleet's having too much trouble, we'll keep him as in and out. We'll have him in and out for us. So hopefully, when he comes back, this will work better. Yeah, he was roboting really bad. I was hoping to have both you guys for this. If this doesn't go, I'll have to take over the Empire side. Oh,
Yeah.
Now he's calling me.
Who are you gonna call? Orc.
War Chief. Except the entire music's in like bardcore. It's all done with like the original instruments from like the 1400s. Yeah, goblins playing the drums with like bones as drumsticks.
We may. My Discord connection stinks. Yeah, he's not getting a good connection. All right, we're okay. So I'm gonna play the Empire then. I was hoping to be on this, but yeah, it looks like I'm playing the Empire today. It's just his connection's just too low.
I thought orcs were friends. Why are we equal busting them?
Yeah.
Oh no. The orcs are busting you.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah.
Let's try it again.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. The first action they would take is they would simply be scanning, trying to figure out, is it a rebel ship?
Yep.
And if it doesn't match anything in the database, they'd send off that information to Empire saying, hey, we got something here, a new possible rebel ship. The first thing they'd think.
Okay. So as they're coming into a new quadrant, they've popped out, and this is what they've done. So on your Excelsior, explain the Excelsior class ship there. DJ, do you want to take the reins, or do you want Bob to do it?
Well, Bob might know a little bit more about it, perhaps, but let me see. I might actually have an Excelsior on my screen so I can get a baseline here.
Okay.
So my baseline understanding is that it's an exploration ship typically, accommodates 750 officers and crew, 130 visiting personnel, apparently, 9,800 person evacuation limit, power plant, 1,500 plus Cochrane warp core feeding, whatever the hell that means, feeding 2 warp nacelles. Obviously, it's got 2 warp nacelles. I mean, it's pretty plainly visible. 1 impulse drive. Okay, I guess that's the whole entire impulse deck between those 2 sides. 1 impulse system. Who knows how many impulse reactors it has? Who knows how many gigawatts it has? But we do know it has, what? It could shoot photon torpedoes. It has some phaser turrets on it. And it's got some kind of shield that's got to be at least as good as the Constitution class. Bob?
Okay. So what I was able to pull up is you got the numbers of the people right. Standard crew is 750 and a maximum capacity of 9,800. Standard warp speed of 9, but can reach 9.6 after its retrofit. The ship is armed with 10 dual emitters and 6 single emitter type.
Yeah, they don't have turrets.
Type 8 phaser banks. Sorry, I had to read Roman numerals.
Yeah.
Along with 6 torpedo launchers, deflector shields provide defense.
And
auxiliary craft, Federation shuttlecraft. So it does have like escape shuttlecraft or like if they go planet side.
Yeah, usually 2, if I remember correctly.
Well, you said use the AI, so I'm going with what it supplied me.
I know, but we're just using. I'm just explaining because most have 2 to 4. Most ships will have most Starfleet ships will have 2 to 4 standard small shuttlecraft.
Yeah, similar to how Space Battleship Yamato had 2 shuttlecraft because they also had to supply the entire bay of fighter craft.
Yeah, they have multiple, but it's hard to explain how that one works. But anyway, so DJ, there's our rough specs. Now, keep in mind, turrets are different from emitters. emitters are a multiphasic thing. They can shoot from different. They can shoot from multiple angles, but they don't have the same incorporate of a phaser turret. The turrets are a different beast. Remember. Just give me heads up from the start.
It doesn't specify turrets. It says 10 dual emitter and 6
Emitter.
single emitter phaser banks.
Yeah, they just have phaser banks.
Yeah. So what that means is that you have dual emitters means that they can fire multiple shots from one device. They'll go beep, beep, beep in different directions. The other one shoots a more focused shot. Just for those who don't know. Again, with our knowledge of Star Trek and Star Wars, this is going to be a lot of information, boys and girls. All right.
Yeah.
So, DJ.
So what I can pick up from the phaser banks is, are they like those security cameras that look like balls, except they're on the outside of the ship?
No.
No?
Anyway.
Okay.
It looks like they usually look like long lines. They actually don't look like actual like an actual gun. They actually have a long they look like a line on the ship.
Oh, okay. I think I see a few. But go ahead.
Yeah.
Carry on.
So, as Starfleet has just said, you have been scanned by this giant ship. Because keep in mind, Bob, explain the size between the Starfleet Excelsior versus a Star Destroyer, because both sides. So I believe Star Destroyers are fundamentally way bigger.
1 mile.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, so the Excelsior class, I was not able to get an exact measurement using purely the AI, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
The Star Destroyer is total.
What's the size? What's the size of the Excelsior? Because you might have that information.
Yeah, it's definitely if you got a book or something. But
yeah.
The length
I got the quick facts here. We got pylon 07 tractor beam projectors, the Borskel Lenskin ion cannons. Those are actually the biggest threat weapon. Because
we're asking about size, length, width, thickness, keel length.
Bob. All right, we're asking about the size of the Excelsior class starship.
Excelsior class.
Yeah.
I believe it would be at least 800 meters. Let me get check. That's a different page.
Yeah. DJ, if you have that information, that'd be great.
Because I'm restricted to using what the AI tells me.
Okay, DJ?
We talking about Star Destroyer, or we talking about Starfleet ship?
We're talking about Starfleet Excelsior. You are purely...
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So in that case, I will shift focus. No, I'm pretty much good. I just had to make sure I put an order through on something.
Specifications I can find. 467 meters. Some site is 511. We'll go with the larger size. So that one actually makes more sense.
Mm-hmm.
It was bigger than the Constitution. The Constitution is usually about 430. And I know the Excelsior was way bigger than that.
Yeah, Excelsior usually.
And the Star Destroyer is 5,249. I forget what the dash is. Is that meters?
It's about a mile. No, it's just about a mile.
It's about a mile.
Like that a mile in length.
Yeah. Remember you're counting the warp nacelles as well. So warp nacelles are big. No?
We're jumping between ships here.
Oh, you're talking about Star Destroyer. Okay, that makes sense now.
We'll make it this Star Destroyer and Excelsior so we know the differences.
Okay.
Star Destroyer is about a mile long.
Yeah. They're insanely huge. Like, this thing is big. You guys haven't seen anything like this size since the Borg. Because the Borg cubes are massive compared to starships.
Yes.
They're actually I hate to say it, the Borg are bigger than the Star Wars ships.
They're about 2 miles by 2 miles. A cube.
Yeah. Well, the cube. Then you got circles, and then you got the mega circles. That are bigger.
Then there's the larger cubes that are about 10 by 10.
Yeah, which is insane.
Yeah. So, DJ, this giant gray Dorito that's about a mile in length has scanned you.
Mm-hmm. Well, us being all friendly in Starfleet, I guess someone in the sensor station would be like, "Hey, a ship," or they say we're being scanned by the frickin' Dorito, and then of course a cool-headed Starfleet captain would be like, "Open hailing frequencies."
Okay.
Let's see.
Here's where we get into the interesting Problem. Starfleet.
Our communications aren't compatible.
No, you're not.
Oh,
That's the
okay.
problem. Yeah, you
I can
wouldn't.
tell
You
you right
wouldn't
now, we're not compatible.
We
Yep.
would start some passive scans. Maybe if we were getting painted, we would go ahead for more active scans. But I think we'd be doing a passive sensor sweep.
Okay, passive sensor sweep. Now go ahead. Go ahead with the Star Wars the Star Destroyer there on the Starfleet. Now go ahead, have fun with that information because now we can get.
No, let's see. They're obviously scanning us back.
Mhm.
No, they haven't tried to hail us. We try to hail them and say, "Please stay your business in Imperial." Because right now we think we're Imperial space. We haven't checked anything yet.
Well, actually, keep in mind, Starfleet. Keep in mind, at this time, all space is Imperial space. Period.
Yeah,
Remember,
the
the Emperor.
The other thing, we wouldn't know where we are. We're assuming Imperial space. We're just lost in Imperial space.
No, you're not lost. You're not lost. All space is Imperial space. This is just a new location. You've been sent out because you guys have found a new location. Therefore, that is what you are doing. You are sifting into this
At the same
new.
time, now we try to communicate with that ship too. And again, they wouldn't understand us.
Yeah, exactly. You wouldn't have a.
Like they might detect something, but it'd be in it'd be in the lower bands. They wouldn't be monitoring.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We'd be simply using radio close. And I know Starfleet, for some reason, do not monitor the radio bands at close range. That's always one thing that's baffled me.
Nothing that baffles me is neither
I would assume something would get
universe.
picked up sooner or later. Wasn't there like a episode of Voyager or something where they picked up radio and they were kind of confused by it, like it was some weird joke?
Yeah, they couldn't figure it out.
No, you know why they picked up the radio? Because they had a replicated truck. That they picked up a truck.
They did have a
space.
truck.
That's how they picked it up. So no, they don't monitor radio whatsoever in Starfleet. I always found that kind of baffling.
You know what is really baffling is both these sci-fis I have yet to see either space traveling groups use light signals, like old maritime Morse code light signals.
Oh yeah,
No,
and I've seen
no,
stuff.
there was an episode of Next Generation where they did that.
They did that.
Okay.
They did that in
Next
Enterprise.
Generation
But the problem with that is how many planets would have those light signals, because legitimately they might have different signal arrays, different signal aspects. You wouldn't be able to fundamentally reach other people. It's the same thing with the SOS. How many people would understand? Boop 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 boop. You know.
Yeah, it is true. It is true, but at least it's an attempt at something. You know.
So no response from both sides would be the first registration, because unfortunately, the Empire uses, if I remember correctly, the Empire uses three types of signals. None of them are radio are friendly to the other side. They do have now.
Well, not matter friendlies. They wouldn't detect them. The first, when they're close range, radio is used. I forget what their light speed one is called, but it's based more on
hyperspace.
Well, it's hyperspace, but hyperspace doesn't use the same, I won't call it frequency, but bandwidth, for lack of a better expression. That
what they do is they send a radio signal through hyperspace. If I remember correctly, that's how that works.
Yeah, but it's a different bandwidth, because it basically follows wormhole physics.
Yeah,
rather than now the other one, which the third one is basically instantaneous, is it's based on quantum physics, where if you move one particle, the other particle moves. Now the only way that only works with them because they have that set up.
Okay,
so none of these would work with Starfleet. So our second thing then is we'd see if whatever vessel is it taking hostile actions? Like, is it locking on anything we'd recognize as a weapon or that sort of thing? And the answer would be a no. But at the same time, we can't have it go unanswered. So what it is there's a couple protocols here they do. They either launch their fighters and surround it to indicate, stay where you are, or they launch a shuttlecraft and see how they react to one ship being launched. So So roll a 50-50, Ryan, on which way my commander works it.
Well, if you're gonna send, so I got to roll on what your Star Destroyer commander is gonna do.
Yeah, because they do one of two things. You'd either A, launch what the equivalent of their shuttle is and approach the vessel, see how you react to it, or they launch their fighters to surround the Excelsior class to tell you to basically not move.
I picture the Empire launching some kind of auxiliary craft, either to get a closer look, and the fighters would fit the bill. So I'm leaning towards that one there.
Mm-hmm.
So how many TIE fighters would you deploy as standard doctrine?
Let's see. I believe we would be equivalent if I was to use old style World War II. We have 2 wings. We'd probably launch 1 wing. So that'd be 36.
Now, is there any reason not to launch an Imperial shuttle, a Lambda class shuttle, to maybe conduct
that's
closer scans or something?
It depends on the commander how he sees this.
Okay, so I mean, if I had a coin flip heads or tails, I guess it would be like.
Yeah.
I could roll something
don't
for
have
you
my-
guys
I'm
for
not
a
the room that has my
decision-making
dice.
process.
Right, yeah. So make heads
While the chief is out, I will roll a dice. We'll go with a d6, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
The chief is back.
Oh, there it is.
I was actually legitimately, like I said, I got to go. My neighbor just knocked because she went and grabbed me some goodies at the store.
Yeah.
So I'm just.
You're gonna end that sentence where she grabbed me.
Yeah.
I'm grabbing some maple.
We're up to a 50-50.
Okay, on what?
According to Imperial Doctrine, but you go and explain it, Starfleet.
Yeah,
one
Starfleet.
of two things will happen. You either launch our fighters to surround the craft, or we launch the shuttle to see how to react to a shuttle being launched.
Okay, so first of all, thank you for breaking that down. Because I didn't want you to go on a long rant about Imperial Doctrine. Thank you. He just had to simplify it a little bit. Okay, no problem. All right, thank you. I thought I was like, oh god, I'm going to have him go for an hour. Okay, you still have not given the spec for the ships of the Star Destroyer. Your spec's out.
Honestly, what you would notice from your scans is we don't have a very high power level, but for some reason you can't read our hyperdrive. Like it'd be baffling.
It would.
Yeah, Kyber crystals would be just a mystery to the Federation, like the Force.
Well, they don't use kyber crystals for their hyperdrive. They use
actually, some did. Some did. But either way, our hyperdrive.
But that's not Empire. You're talking about Knights of the Old Republic shit at that point there, Starfleet.
No. In general, their hyperdrive would not. They wouldn't understand it when they scanned it because it wouldn't.
They would. I agree with that, but there's no kyber crystals in.
Oh, I said that. I didn't know. I said they were kyber crystals. I was assuming.
They're not.
Some don't.
No, we're talking about different ships at that point. You're talking about Old Republic shit.
They're still using fusion drives for power.
Yes, they were. Yeah. It's just that their fusion drives are like way off the charts crazy. Like the level of fusion that the Empire was getting versus the level that exists in normal Star Trek universe. Like it wouldn't make sense. You could even go as far as saying they're doing something that Starfleet would be really negative to. And let's be honest, I've talked to a couple of people and we all kind of agree with the consensus. You know what would show up once you scan their ships there, DJ Ronnie? The Omega signal would show up.
Yes.
Ooh.
It's quite possible that would happen. It'd be spoofed as that. It's a power would be so. Like you like to have 20 or 30 suns in front of you, but they're not at full power. It would be more like you.
Well,
what did you say?
It wouldn't appear right.
Well, if the Omega signal came up like directly, then the ship's computers would go on lockdown, and the ship would be sitting ducks. And if you have an enterprising Imperial commander, that ship is dead.
Okay, so here's what would happen when that went off with that registration. It wouldn't shut down. And actually, no, it only shuts down if it's not based off the extension of the thing. What would happen is, because keep in mind, when her shit shut down, they shut down for scanning for the captain to know. So once the captain is registered, the captain will be like, okay, they could turn the system back on, realizing that this is a hostile thing. So what your game plan would be, DJ, would be most likely would be sending a signal. Your ship would be sending a signal on all broadband at that
Pretty
point.
much, yeah. Okay, that's fair. So, I mean, like, I was gonna say, I think, like, usually when all else fails on a Starfleet ship, they figure something out. I know on Voyager they turn on a car radio to receive a signal, but in this case, I think, they could broadcast every frequency range possible. The only trick is, are they going to have the presence of mind to use an older type of, frequency band? Well, I don't see why not. If you're going on broadband, I mean, their electronics are very advanced. They could do that.
Yeah. No, but with the Omega signal, all of a sudden your shit would be sending out one signal to Starfleet. Because again, a lot of their technology is beyond normal, like hyperdrive. When you understand what their hyperdrive bullshit is, on the rough idea, it's Omega energy.
Blood.
It's Omega energy. It's legitimately Omega energy.
Give me a quick breakdown of Omega energy.
Omega energy is only brought up in a Voyager episode, but it's kind of referenced. Basically,
it's a primordial molecule from the beginning of the universe. It's a very high source of energy, but very, very unstable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I gotcha.
Except for some reason, it's how their hyperdrive is theorized to work. It utilizes that for to go from place to place. Now, as I said, there's still be standard fusion drives, but the minute you scan that, there's the code to their hyperdrive. Yeah, your sensors would probably go nuts.
Yeah.
At least if it had that, and I think it still even had that back then. They had that
armaments and
also, Bob,
complements.
the Omega explosions also ruin the ability to form a warp field in a large swath of space after an event.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what makes it very dangerous. That's why they don't like. That's why.
I just needed a quick explanation. I got it. I got it already. Shit.
Okay. Well,
I understand. I just wanted something quick. I got it.
Okay, so Bob, explain the Death Star specs. We need
Star Destroyer specs are armaments are Phylon 7 tractor beam projector. Okay. Borstil NK Tech 7 ion cannon.
Yeah, they only have
Tame and Back XX Tech 9 heavy turbo blaster battery, which I assume are the turrets that are stippled all over the fucking thing.
Yep. 9 of them usually.
Yeah. They have a complement of TIE fighters, all-terrain armored transports, K-79 Tech S-80 Imperial troop transports, ATSTs or ATDP walkers. I noticed it says
DP.
or.
They get DP to Excelsior, so that's dangerous.
Yep.
Yeah, but yeah, it's like ATST or the DPs. It's not one or the and the other. It's either or.
Okay, so I was making a corny joke, but ATDP, I didn't even know that's not ATST, ATDP, huh?
Yep.
Wow. Okay, this is news to me.
Those are the extended walkers, and then they also have the walkers that have the big old fucking monster ones. Those are little chicken leg things.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I've ever seen an ATDP. I'm looking at one now. It looks like an ATST basically, but maybe a little smaller.
Does it have a third leg?
Yep.
Well, not this one, but I guess I'll look for that.
Yeah, it could be a Clone Wars thing that I'm thinking of. It
reminds
me
of an
leg.
It reminds me of like an ATTE or something like that, like from the games and from the Clone Wars. Not the ATTE, the mini chicken walker that the clone troopers use. But anyway, don't worry, I got the idea now.
Okay, I got you. Next, they have the roles. It's a destroyer, craft, military transport, carrier, and command ship. It could fill any of these roles.
Okay. All right. So, Starfleet. Under the rule of the Starfleet, I'm going to say that the most likely, as the Empire would move, we're gonna determine that ship is going to send out its TIE fighters to surround.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it would. I'm sorry, sending out something that you cannot get signals to. I don't see them not doing that. So, what is Starfleet's response other than going like the main one usually be yellow alert, but like, are you going to raise shields?
I would say yellow alert is definitely a good one. That's actually relevant there. Do we raise shields? That's a tough call. It depends. Are they buzzing the bridge? Are they buzzing the deck? How close are they getting too close to comfort? Because I think at some point,
they are getting close. You are getting that first contact situation where it's like, yeah.
All right. Well, I think
They
raising
sent their
shields is not.
bees.
I think raising shields is not terribly provocative, but I got a little bit of a gamed out scenario here. I the captain of the ship, order the tactical officer to raise shields and deflectors. Now, the TIE fighters, they come for a second pass. Maybe they don't have the ability to detect shields. Maybe they collide with them.
Here's where it gets interesting. From what I was reading on their tech, Starfleet. Okay, this is going to be problematic. Okay, I'm going to call you Exile. Exile, you all of a sudden, all your scanning stops. The ship becomes invisible almost in a way.
Oh.
Because I have read into it. Their scanners would not even fucking touch the fucking. Once the second that thing boots into fucking shields, gone. That ship doesn't even register. They've never seen shields.
We can see it visually, but we won't be able to see it.
Yeah.
The officers would be like, "Is this cloaking tech?"
This is relevant.
Yeah, that'd be our first reaction to cloaking tech, and of course we snap on our shields right away too.
Yep.
We would
here's
go to
the
red at that
interesting
point.
Yeah,
we would
here's
go to red on our battle stations at that point.
Yeah.
We assume it's getting ready to attack.
Okay,
Yeah,
so you go
even
to
though-
battle stations. So now, will my senses pick up something like your weapons charging? Because I mean, we could optically see your weapons, so we know what
Yeah.
turrets look like, presumably. So
There's no
we would be able
targets or
to see concentrations.
Wait.
Let's see.
Let people talk, and then you get. Okay, go ahead, Star. TJ's done.
Since we disappear, our shields would fill up, but why cycle up the weapons? We have nothing to target.
Okay.
But in this case, the fighters would still visually see you, and they'd report that it's still there.
Yep.
Right in front of us is what they'd say.
Well, you'd be able to see them. Keep in mind that the Empire does one thing that the Starfleet should have fucking done all the time. You should be able to have a window you can look out of.
Wait, they don't have a window? I thought they always
No,
had a
they
window
don't.
on the bridge.
No, it's a view
Oh, not
screen.
on the
It's not a
bridge.
window. Not on the bridge.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. It's actually kind of funny because there's a book story about that they got attacked by some ship. I can't remember what the name of the alien race was, but they got attacked, and in one of the books, it basically fried all the visual stuff. So they literally had someone run to the fucking 10 forward and was staring up, shouting the fucking commands through a radio comm because they actually couldn't get a fucking full signal.
Well, I've done something like that. Low vis watch stood out on a bridge wing before because the fog was that thick. It's like goddamn Silent Hill rolling through the water.
Yep.
We had a guy on just about every point of the boat.
Look out with binoculars. Not that binoculars would do you much good, I guess, huh?
Binoculars won't do much good. It's we blare the ship's horn to say, "Hey, we're here. We are in this location," and we keep an eye out for small craft, other craft, just in case there's a collision. That's why we just need eyes on every point of the ship. So it's like I could relate to that guy who had to run topside because I was topside at the time.
Okay, so next on the docket. Now, the interesting thing about this, I've looked into the shield emitters for both ships. For most ships in the series, I've done a little research.
I got some info here too that I'm looking at.
The Star Destroyer shields are not even close to Starfleet stuff. Your scanners not only pierce through, you guys can literally teleport it if you want it. Is that?
Well, ours is meant to repel lasers. That should tell you everything right there.
Yep. Other than your super cannon, I'm pretty much. And the funny thing is, one of your super cannons, because the charge rate of a Star Destroyer firing one of those bad boys, although destructive, can't compete to a photon torpedo.
Actually, it's the ion cannon emitter.
Yeah,
that's one thing Starfleet does not have a defense against. And how we found out that is the Dominion's weapons are basically use that. That's why they took apart the Galaxy class. They had no defense against ion weapons for some reason.
That was the Breen that were the actual ones who had that. But then what happened is Starfleet was able to create a brand new shield emitter. This is after the Dominion War.
Oh shit!
Yes. Yeah, because we're gonna be talking about Typhoon classes, and the Vortex class, or where the fuck the Vortex or Vercan class, the last Enterprise that was made before they discontinued the Enterprise line, because that was 5 years after. And that one was not. I don't think any.
My argument is why I would use the ion cannon first is we'd be trying to capture the ship.
Yep. Okay.
Because it's an unknown vessel, and so they'd rather capture it than destroy it. It'd be our first objective in those cases. Because the first step we lose would be the ion cannon.
Yeah.
Trying to save them.
Yeah. So now signals have been sent out for both sides. Your Starfleet, your other Star Destroyers that we start coming in. This is you are the forwarded scout. So the other ships are starting to come in. They'll be in there eventually. Yours is going to take a little bit because warp drive, even at highest warp drive speed, you are nowhere near as fast. Now the funny thing is, you can move faster than anything they can do through normal space, but if they have to hit hyperdrive to get to you. That's how this works between the speeds of both ships. Warp drive is quick in the fast forward motions type of stuff. You can move super fast. Theirs, unfortunately, don't move anywhere near as fast as you. And unfortunately, again, thanks to the Empire being dickheads, they don't fucking give shield emitters to half their shit because who cares? It's a civilian. It's
yeah. Well, TIE fighters, they don't have any shielding.
No, they don't.
TIE fighters are the equivalent of paper planes compared to most ships.
Because they're really fast at sublight speed. At least in their setting, they are. In the Star Trek universe, they're not. Like they barely keep up with. Impulse. Quarter impulse will outspeed them.
Yep. Yeah, you guys can. Yep. You guys can outmaneuver. Yep. That's the problem with this.
That is the one ship I despise in Star Wars. I understand TIE fighters are iconic. I get it.
Yep.
But that cockpit, you can only look forward. Meanwhile, you're in an aerospace craft. Is like, can you fucking look up or around? It's like, I understand your flanks are covered.
Yes, they have camera emitters. You can see it.
Even so, this is the equivalent of flying the plane not Lewis and Clark, the Wright brothers made, compared to, I don't know, a fucking BF-109 from World War II. It's like, I ain't taking my chances. Fuck that. Fuck that.
The idea in the TIE fighters, they're a form of a Zerg rush.
Yeah, they are.
The idea is they'll have high numbers.
Yeah, they're designed to be fast. The reason they have there's been an argument about the giant fucking fans on them. Now, some people have said those are shields. They're not. Some people have said they were solar. Some people said they were solar panels. That is a theory that everyone is that is a theory that this is the reason these ships can go farther and longer than than like your usual X-wings or Y-wings and shit. Now, is that true or not? I don't know. In theory, yeah, maybe that's why those TIE fighters do that. Like, that would make a lot more.
I always thought they were on top of what you called them, the solar panels. I always saw them as sensor arrays, like giant radar dishes. So on top of taking in solar light, they also, I guess, are able to get a better view for the pilot, because being in a fucking ball and you can only look forward, I don't care how many cameras you have. I don't know many pilots that would like that.
They do have sensors. They're not completely deaf like that. But the rumor is that these ships can go way longer in space than other ships. That's their big benefit. The reason they have to wear the masks and shit in the life support systems is because legitimately it doesn't have its own life support. But it does have some other
pilots having life support's pretty standard in space. Why wouldn't you have it?
They don't have it on the X-wings or any rebel shit.
Yeah, they do.
What?
It's the kit that they wear.
No, it isn't.
That kit that's on their chest? I'm not saying it's separated from the ship. I'm sure it's linked in with the ship. And then whenever you have to get out...
No.
What the fuck is the point of those tubes?
All that shit on there is a temporary air supply, and that's fucking it. It's not
that's life support. That is life support.
That's not a life support system. Okay, buddy. buddy, if you get out in space wearing that shit, you fucking implode.
Yeah.
You don't have the same protection that if a TIE fighter gets out of his TIE fighter in space, he could be in space to up to, what was it? How many hours, Starfleet?
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Their suit allows them protection in space too.
No, but the flight suits, but they're nowhere near as good as the flight suits, like the TIE fighter suits. The TIE fighter suits are actually far superior.
I'll be real with you, man. That is just a slower death.
Yeah.
The man's wearing black in the void of space. There's a reason the Navy stopped wearing blue in the ocean.
You got a point. No, I don't deny that, but you legitimately, it also has a signal array. It also has a radio array. The other ones don't.
Oh, yeah. You could be wearing a life vest with an EPIRB and a sound beacon in the water, but if you're wearing blue, we're going to have a very hard time finding you. We may find your remains.
Well, the benefit is about it. The whole idea is that they can get out of their ship and actually do stuff on maintenance and stuff because they can do a lot of extra shit. That's the point. I'm defending something I don't fundamentally like, and it's taking too much time. So we're going to move on.
I know. Then stop defending it. Just go on. Go.
Yeah. Okay. So. Now, both people have sent out stuff. Now, again, both sides are coming out with ships. Now, yours is going to take a little longer. Their hyperdrive starts coming up. So another ship, another giant Dorito shows up.
Not Doritos.
Yeah, another Dorito shows up. What do you do, DJ Ronnie? What does the Starfleet do at that point?
Well, my shields are still up. I attempted to engage in sensor scans. So far, they haven't done anything like shot at me, so that's a start. My shields are already up. I tried to open hailing frequencies. At this point, we maybe need to get novel, and I know you imposed a rule very early on about not doing things that are typically in their, what do you call it? In their, whatever you call it. But at this point, don't we think outside the box a little bit? I'm not asking to, do anything unfair. I'm just saying, is there something I can do that, is not in the norm here? Did we do the broadband? Oh, yeah. What happened when I sent the broadband signal? Did we do that?
Yeah, you can actually try broad. Yes, I'd allow you to do that. That is actually something you could do.
Did we do that yet?
No.
Okay, because we discussed it. So at this point, I absolutely want to do that because, I just spoke to my science officer, and he's a nerd, and he suggested this idea, and I was like, well, yeah, at this point.
Okay, so connection has been finally reached. What do you say? What do you say to the Empire?
This is the Federation Starship USS Excelsior, or whatever ship I am. I can pick. You want me to pick a different ship name? I got.
Excelsior.
Oh, go for it.
Okay, cool. Excelsior. We are on a mission of exploration and peace. Please, introduce yourself. Or please identify yourself. That sounds a little aggressive there for Starfleet, but right? We got to ask. To whom are we speaking?
Okay, so what do you do now? They finally gained contact. What's your response there? What would be the Empire's response to?
Insert a general's name. Stand down. You're in Imperial space. You're taking hostile actions against an Imperial force. Stand down immediately.
Okay, so this is where it gets interesting. You would now have a situation here. You are in the Alpha Quadrant. This is not Imperial space. You're on the border fringes of the Alpha Quadrant. Let's put you right before the demilitarized zone. What's your response?
Okay, well, basically, this is Federation space. We are a ship of the United Federation of Planets. This is not Imperial space. We don't even know who the Empire is, perhaps I would say. Which Empire do you represent?
I'd say I'd be indicating you on my bridge. Is this some sort of poor rebel ploy? I'd say to my first officer. That'd be my first thought. It would appear to be so. But we got to take this ship in one piece, because we've never seen the rebels have a ship like this. It has stealthing capability. So obviously, what you're going to see now is at least my ion cannon charging. I'd be suggesting my compatriot does too, that we got to capture this ship.
Yeah, you're
But-
seeing TIE Fighter. They are definitely taking a hostile stance at this point. Because that would be the Empire's response. I do agree with what Starfleet's saying.
Well, luckily my
But what
shields
you
are
would
already up.
see, what you would see is a section on each of the Imperial destroyers. You'd see a power build up in a section of it.
Hmm.
No, I think it takes 20 seconds to power up the ion cannon. If I remember correctly.
Yes, it does.
All right. Well, my shields are already up, and my science officer is a little confused on what is building up power, but my science officer says they suspect they could be charging weapons, but you don't really recognize the signature, Captain.
Indicating that they are charging weapons. No, this would be a full indication, and it would be an
Oh, okay.
indication that. Yeah. Now here's
And
where
my
it gets.
science officer is smart. Okay.
Yeah. Now here's where it gets interesting. Your guy would be like, wait a minute, they're firing high density lasers because most of their ships fire high density lasers. That's the problem. Your
Well,
ship.
that's
I
fine.
know they call them
would be
turbo
good.
lasers. They call them turbo
That's
lasers, but I believe
okay.
they do use gas and
Well-
magnetic somethings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do.
But that's what the fighters would probably be doing right now too, to provide distraction. But then at the same time, I don't think they do any damage. The last time I checked.
No, they
Well, the
wouldn't.
fighters certainly wouldn't.
It's a light show.
It's a
Yeah.
light.
And we would, at this point, we'd be laughing at them going, they're shooting lasers. Like, especially the fighters, we say they were not really lasers, but it looks like they're shooting plasma at us, and it's not very high energy. It would be like that episode of TNG when someone did shoot lasers at the Enterprise and they laughed.
Yeah,
Basically,
I'm thinking it's like your second lieutenant over here, Bob. You know, he's just like, oh, you put on a light show. Always wanted to go to a rave.
So the funny thing is, but you are incorporating ion burst, which that gets you a little nervous because those do hit a ship. The ion hurts. What's your response?
It's meant to disrupt
Okay.
power supplies.
So, yeah,
But
how would I,
the
that's a good
Yeah.
point. Like, because I was thinking about this already, too, was I get hit with a good, strong ion cannon bolt. What does that do to my shields? Brings it down by what percentage, perhaps?
It would
So
actually because you guys now have because you have the new shielding. It would hit and it would do damage. Like this would actually hurt, but I don't know how bad it would be. It'd be probably about as bad as when the green ships hit you guys back in the Dominion War.
Well, here's
Hey,
how I'm going to game it.
Yeah.
So 175 megawatts is the rough number I just Googled, right? So now I want to go to the shield systems in the list I have in front of me for the Excelsior class. If there's, maybe there's something like a capacity or something like that.
The
So
science officer is
capacity
tapping away.
Yeah.
It can discharge. Okay, this is actually look a little pessimistic here, but you guys let me know what you think. Oh, no, that's phaser array. Where the hell is shields? Okay, so that says shield penetration. No, that's the here we are, deflector shields. Does that include regular shields? I guess so. So, okay, this works. Output. There are 12 shield grids on Excelsior class starship, and each one generates 137.5 megawatts. So I gave you a number, and you guys can dispute this if you want, but I came up with the number of total ion cannon power. Now, it's a little bit different. Total ion cannon is 10.5 gigawatts, but let's assume that some of those are on one side of the ship. But if it's 175 megawatt per cannon, and we can maybe like add up like at least to 5 megawatts, 5 gigawatts maybe. See, that's the thing. I don't know. Let's assume 5. That's scary for my ship. But yeah, so each shield generates 137.5 megawatts, resulting in a total shield strength of approximately 1.6 megawatts of total power. The power for the shield is taken directly from the warp engines and impulse fusion reactors generators. If desired, the shields can be augmented by power from impulse power plants. The shields are now comparable to the New Orleans class that can protect against approximately 12% of the total EM spectrum, whereas the Galaxy class can protect against 23%. This improvement was made possible by the multi-phase graviton polarity flux technology incorporated into the shields, which are now standard issue on Federation starships. Range: the shields, when raised, stay extremely close to the hull to conserve energy. Average range is 10 meters away from the hull. Defense from enemy threats, forces, hazardous radiation, and micrometeoroid particles, ramming threats as a secondary defense. So, basically the figures, like I said, 175 megawatts for
I would say legitimately this would probably do if you're doing the rough math, it'd be the equivalent of that of a brain shot from a Breen ship. The problem is it would be because of how long it takes to refire an ion cannon, because that takes time. How long does it take to refire the ion cannon again, Starfleet or XL?
20 seconds. 20 seconds each charge to discharge.
Yeah. So basically, unlike the Breen ships that could fire bam, 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 this is bam, bam, bam. So yes, this is going to affect your shield, but this isn't going to do the same damage of the Breens, because the Breen technology used very similar tech. So your guy would be probably saying this is most likely going to hurt if that hits you. Like, this actually will hurt. You just don't know how good it can hurt. Because again, you're reading that hyperdrive. That hyperdrive is something different. That is a different spec from the actual energy systems and outputs that they use. Yeah. And by the way, I am not allowing, just giving you a heads up, Starfleet, no holo bullshit, because that's also been that's been out explained. The whole point blank super fucking hyperdrive bullshit that they did. The holo.
Even if I could, there's no reason to do it.
Yeah, I know, but
we're not just the situation.
Yeah, because that's been explained out.
I mean, a Marine shot is about 40 to 50% post-Dominion War, according to this half-assed Google search. So, do we just call it a 40%, or are we going to be generous and give me like only 30% per shot? Because that would at least let me get 3 good shots.
It would be 30%. It would be 25 to 30% per shot, because basically, unlike the Breen, these are way weaker. I would even go as far as saying 20%. Even though in the Star Wars universe, that hurts. When those hit,
it disables the ship. Outright.
Yeah, outright. Yeah.
Right, so
they use it on planets. They use that shit on planets. Keep that in mind. They'll use that on planets. That's actually how they wipe out. They'll fire the way their tactics are. I'm going to explain some tactics so everyone kind of knows. Starfleet. I'm sorry, I've started to take the reins a little bit like this, but to explain how they would hit a planet, they would show up on a planet, go boom, 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 boom with their photons, with their ion things. Then they'd land everything. That's usually how they do it.
Yeah, because you knock out all the enemy's power systems with it.
Yep, that's the usual tack. Yeah. All right. So next is the okay. So what do you plan on doing with your now that you know this? Now, what's coming up right now? You have what's called the Typhoon class ship is coming in. You now have DJ. This is a brand new ship that's been created by Lieutenant Worf. I hope you know what the Typhoon class is, but you have another ship to deal with. That you're going to be having.
Typhoon class.
So that one's coming in shortly. Yeah.
I played British Commander. That simulates all these, so yeah, I know what that is. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I've been trying to help people. Like, I've been giving specs to people the last couple months. It's been fun.
Is this the Federation Typhoon ship that you sent me the specs on, Chief? Or
yes,
this,
I sent you the rough specs. I sent you the rough specs because I wanted you to have that just in case you didn't have some information. I gave you some information to help you out. If you didn't have that. Yeah.
I didn't, but I have
also,
it. Yeah,
also, there's that PS1 game which I've been wanting to play again, which I can't seem to fucking find anywhere online.
Was it PS1 or PS2? Star Trek Legacy.
It was a Star Trek. It was a PS1 game that had the Typhoon and other Starfleet stuff. It was actually a pretty good game. I think that was a multi-disc game, if I remember correctly.
Okay, but I did like Legacy. So how do we? So I got backup now. I have a Typhoon class ship alongside my Excelsior class ship, and
it's coming in hot now because of the Omega thing.
Ah, okay. And it does, to me, just at a glance, it looks like a bit like it's very interesting. It's a bit like, it looks like a combination of a runabout on steroids with the qualities of a Defiant class ship that actually has capacity for shuttles.
Oh, this fucker is huge, by the way. By the way, it was designed for one big purpose. Borg battering ram.
Literally battering ram. So they said, okay, bullets work on Borg, so gotcha. Or go.
Yeah, that's one thing surprised. Once they started facing the Borg more, they didn't employ kinetic weapons on their starships.
Yep. This also has multi-turrets, which is kind of crazy. And the level of photonic energy on This thing fucking fires so much fucking. This is probably this is the for the equivalent to Bob. Bob, this is a battleship. This is a full fucking barrel battleship.
A proper Starfleet battleship.
Yeah, this
genuinely designed to put up its dukes and go a few rounds.
Yeah. This is basically it's a cross between a Defiant and their other one, which I can't remember the name of the other battleship that they had, because they had another battleship before, but this is your first official battleship. This also
has about a half a wing of Valkyrie fighters too.
Yep, it does. And the fighters, Star Trek fighters are scary. Actually, they could blow anything has off the field.
They're like Wing Commander fighters.
Oh, they're worse than Wing Commander. I would go as far as I would go as far as saying Wing Commanders don't hold a candle. Even the Trident ones were the ones with the all that extra shielding and shit. Fucking nowhere compared to Wing Commander, man. Like, Wing Commanders are like, they don't even have that compared to that. Like, because the shielding alone and the fact that these fuckers can fire photon torpedoes.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, man.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. They blow runabouts out of the water, for fuck's sakes.
So it reminds me of I can't remember the name. It's nicknamed the Duck in War Thunder. It's a German plane where they're like, the Russian armor is actually really thick, and we're having a hard time punching it with our Pak-40s on our Panzers. So let's take the same gun and put it on a fucking plane and shoot them from the sky.
Yeah.
They put a fucking Pak-40 in a plane.
Jesus.
It's crazy the level of...
I think it's like the HS-112 or whatever the fuck.
Okay, so we are now getting into targeting weapons. We are getting into this stuff. So what's your game plan there, DJ? Because you can fire, you can try to disrupt, disarm.
Apparently, I have a complement of 64 fighter bomber craft, and there's 8 craft per squadron. How many TIE fighters did Starfleet launch against me?
How many did...
One wing, which is 36 craft.
Yep.
I think it's time for me to launch maybe either I could boast and show off by only launching like 2 squadrons just to show that I only need half as many craft as he has, or I could give myself some actual parity and launch 3 squadrons or 1 wing, I suppose, which I'm not sure that actually integrates, but that's sort of so I guess I'll go and just launch. I guess any sane commander, what would they do? Proportional force, which would actually be less craft?
I would be proportional force, most likely, for Starfleet. Starfleet does not. But again, Starfleet does not. Now, this is the other thing. Because warp drive technology, other ships will be slowly showing up. Remember, when Starfleet goes into a fight, every other ship, they have what's called the distress ray signal. The second you go into red alert, other ships kind of know what's happening around. Like, that sends out a signal, by the way. Every time, so a signal is sent. So basically, every other ship now knows you're at red alert and you're in trouble. So other ships are quickly running to your aid right now.
I think we would be launching 2 squadrons per Star Destroyer so that we can kind of spread them across the field and cover both angles right there. So that's what I would be doing. It would be 16 craft. What would be 16 per Star Destroyer or 8 per Star Destroyer? I guess now 16 per Star Destroyer. I'd be launching 32 things already.
Okay, so the fight begins then at that point. So now you're dealing with the fact that TIE fighters would, this is exactly how this would go. Both sides would fight. The problem is TIE fighters are hitting these ships and nothing's happening.
Mm-hmm. And we shoot one.
Still launching all fighters from both.
Yeah. You'd have the entire complement. Now, here's the thing. What do you do at this point? Because technically, the TIE fighters can try to disable, but your ships. I mean, not the TIE fighters, but your other ships can temporarily disable.
Well, can we argue that that the Empire's fighters would leverage their maneuverability, where the Starfleet craft, while they are powerful and fast, maybe have a little bit of a handicap in that department, which might help to close the gap a little? No,
that's the problem. No, they don't. I fucking dude, these ships can stop on a fucking dime. Like it's scary. Like no, I've looked into the fighters. Yours keep going. Theirs can stop on a dime, turn upside down, and go straight down.
Yeah.
like, dude, it's worse than, go ahead.
They have better inertial damper technology. They can basically go any direction they want.
Yeah,
Easily.
it's scary. This dogfight ends real quick. The second Starfleet decides to fire full out. And that's the question now. Here's the question. Now one of them's about to. Now they fired off their first shot on you, and now you got lasers hitting you guys. So are you going to return fire? Are you going to go full tits, or are you just gonna?
Well, I suppose we'd send like a good solid warning phaser shot against some side of the Dorito. So, question is, does that penetrate the deflector shields, or simply like short, maybe?
Like butter. It would cut through like absolute butter.
Okay, because I'm picturing a bit of an overload, but I'm picturing that the shields on the destroyer would maybe soften the blow a little bit, but we would still scorch their shit. But
I wish it would. The more I looked into this, no, it goes bad.
Okay, so I punch a hole in the Star Destroyer. You guys maybe take a little damage to an engine or something, or maybe I grazed the hull like butter. But either which way.
No, this is where it gets interesting. These ships are so cumbersome. Even though you punched a hole in this thing, very similar to a war. To explain it to Bob, Warhammer ships. What happens when a piece gets hit?
What happens when a piece gets hit? The thing is,
Nothing.
because of how clunk. Oh, okay, I was gonna say it really depends on how it's hit. Because I've seen cases where one piece breaks off, shatters into another bit of the ship, and now it's a cascading effect. Because that is just a chunk of mass.
Yeah. These ships are so big and so cumbersome. Even though you can blast holes in these fuckers, and this thing would still keep going. That's the funny thing about the Empire ships.
Honestly, that is my design philosophy.
And the Imperial ship has so many crew on it. I don't even know what half of them do. I'm assuming they're just there for relief.
It takes a lot to keep these.
I can tell you, 30% of them are janitors.
Yep. That's not a fucking joke. That's not a joke. He's not lying there. So now you have, even though you guys are punching holes through this thing is still kicking. Now, here's the thing. Now that you have other Empire stuff, now the Empire is an interesting situation where the Empire, when one Star Destroyer gets hit and starts suffering heavy damage, they start sending signals out. The other Empire starts sending signals out too. This is starting to look ugly on this end. Now, here's the thing about the Typhoon. If you look at the Typhoon and its firing equipment, the photon torpedoes are basically, once photon torpedoes are fired from the Typhoon, this is where it gets interesting. Your Star Destroyer goes pop. The reason it goes pop is because the photonic energy, when that fucking hits, it does a cascading effect, and this thing kind of explodes.
What are antimatter warheads?
They are, yes. These things do so much. Yeah, they do. They do so much fucking damage, right? Like it's this would do a real damage, but the problem is
they rip things apart at the quantum level.
Yep. So these ships are being that once you did that to the one Star Destroyer, it's done. Now here's the problem: once a Star Destroyer goes down, what's Empire's response to that usually?
Well, at this point, they're going to send maybe a number of ships. At this point, they're not fucking around anymore.
All ships in that Imperial sector have to respond like right away. They have to drop everything.
You now have 50 of these ships appearing.
At least coming in.
Yeah.
Well, now those can do a dent to my shields, and the question is, can I hit them fast enough to blow them all up? And how long did it take me to blow up this other ship? Was it one torpedo? Was it me making it?
It was one volley. It was one volley.
Yeah.
Okay. So how many torpedoes do I have?
Yep.
Let's see.
And then here's the thing. Now at this point, because scanning and all this shit is going on, you would have other ships. You'd interpret that more ships are on the way. You wouldn't understand hyperdrive, but you'd understand that signals are being sent. You're pretty much like this is going to be a thing. Now, here's the big problem with the Empire versus Starfleet, and this is the biggest issue that I have to bring up. This is something that no one wants to bring up on the Star Wars side. Starfleet has, in theory, maybe a couple thousand, maybe 20 or 30, 40, maybe 50,000 ships, right? The Empire has millions.
Yeah.
It's insane, the logistics of both. I want Bob to look up on the AI how many Starfleet ships existed after the end of the Dominion Cardassian War.
Okay, one moment. That was a long order, but I will get it.
Yep.
Let's say I feel like I'm working at goddamn Starbucks.
You do work at a Starbucks right now to get my double, bitch.
Hey, at least you got a job.
I'm stunned. I'm stunned. I don't even have a response. I'm appalled.
Yeah, my attitude is at least you have a job. I can respect that.
How many vessels did Starfleet, not Statterfleet?
Oh, Statterfleet has billions.
After, okay, the Who and Who War?
Dominion Cardassian War.
Could that just be the Dominion War?
Yep.
Okay.
Technically no, but okay.
Following the Dominion War circa 2375, Starfleet was severely depleted, with estimates indicating post-war strength of approximately 4,116 active capital ships. The war resulted in loss of over 5,800 vessels. Nearly 6% of the fleet operated during the period, forcing Starfleet to rely on accelerated production and older ships to maintain security.
Yep.
So
At
the
one
pre-war
point,
strength was about 8,726. The post-war was about half, 4,116.
Yeah. So they have around 20 to 30,000 ships. How much did the Empire? How many ships did the Empire have during before the destruction of the what's it called? Death Star. Before the destruction. Yeah, because that was their imperial height. They started losing
after the
Death Star. No, before the Death Star.
Oh, before.
Yeah, because after they lost quite a few battles after that fact. I gotta get my hands on that game, by the way. There's a cool. Well, Bob's working on that. There's a badass RTS.
Holy shit!
Modern?
At its peak, before the first Death Star, the Galactic Empire operated with over 25,000 Imperial-class Star Destroyers.
Yep. And that's like, again, and then you count all their other ships, it's in the millions.
I'm about to say, that's not a bag of Doritos, that's a fucking warehouse of Doritos.
No, that like I said, and if you count all the other ships, you're talking in the millions.
They were supported by a vast, undocumented number of smaller vessels, including corvettes, cruisers, and frigates, tasked with controlling thousands of systems.
Yep.
Total fleet likely exceeded millions of ships, considering sector-based localized patrol requirements. Sector groups, the Empire was divided roughly into 1,024 sectors. Each sector was frequently assigned to its own sector group.
Yep.
It's like, it says sector group here with the AI, but it doesn't say what's within a sector group. And
100 to 150 ships.
Like I said, man, that ain't just a bag of Doritos. That's a lot.
I told you, man. I told you. This is the one problem. This is the one problem with the Empire that a lot of people don't understand. Now, keep in mind, just because they like to use humans on the Empire ships, not necessarily humans were on every fucking ship. There were complete ships of aliens on these ships. The only reason they do that in the Star Wars thing is because it's cheaper than getting some guy to wear a spend $5 wearing latex condom on his head.
Well, it's also the same thing with what I took from the Gamelan Empire from Space Battleship Yamato. Yes, I still love Space Battleship Yamato. They had the lesser class Gamelans, which is pretty much the same perspective as the Empire looked at aliens. As yes, you can serve, but we don't care what happens to you. Just don't destroy our equipment.
No, humans had rankings were rankings. Keep that fucking in mind. They didn't in the human race. If you joined the Empire, determining on where your ranking was basically where you were. It didn't matter if a stormtrooper was a goddamn I can't remember the name of the creature. The Twi'leks or something like that, or the Growl.
How would you put on a helmet? How would you put the helmet on?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter what race you are. It's legitimately what you did. Just because a lot of people, just because they had a huge breeding farm for humans when it came to that, that's actually how some of them kept their ranks up. I'm not going to get into that.
I want to know what a Bith stormtrooper looks like. You know, the guys that play the music at the cantina? What would that stormtrooper helmet look like? It's just like...
Not every race would actually legitimately, where, but no, that's how the Empire worked. The Empire didn't care what race you were, just because humans were on a lot of the ships. In theory, if you read the books, there were other races that served in the Empire. I believe it. You now have 50 ships to deal with.
I think we should regroup and hide in Romulan space or somewhere where the aliens live there. We don't like. Maybe we could go with the Romulans into fucking fighting them.
Okay, yeah, you could. Well, you can't go into Romulan space because right now Romulan space would not. You'd get fired on before they would. Before the Empire.
So we're gonna invite a Romulan ambassador over to help us because we think they have really cool logic and they're gonna help us negotiate. And on the way to our ship using the shuttlecraft, it's going to blow up, but the sensor data is going to show that it was an Imperial signature.
Yeah. So you guys...
I'm going to do a monologue in my quarters, and I'm going to be Avery Books and go, I did good. Okay, but jokes aside, you get where I'm going with this, right?
There's another factor that a lot of people are taking in here.
Yeah.
You realize the Borg are on their way.
Oh, ho, ho.
No, the Borg war already happened because we're doing it past that point.
They're in a civil war, but the Borg would be on their way for one reason. Once they detect the megaparticles, they're on their way.
Ooh, and is Admiral Janeway here? Because she doesn't have any conviction. She'll just negotiate with the Borg and get help.
Here's the problem with that, Starfleet. And this is the one issue I'd have to say about the Borg situation. The Borg did not... At this point, you wouldn't have the Borg... Because remember, the Borg are licking their wounds in the Gamma Quadrant. They ain't coming anywhere near this area. It's apparently reported they knew the Dominion War was happening. They knew the Federation, other places were losing. They wanted nothing to do with this. And apparently one of the main reasons they wanted nothing to do with this is apparently Borg ship showed up. Dominion ship took them apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got annihilated.
They said something though. Megaparticles. The minute they detect them, they're on their way. Like they're not in great numbers, but something's on their way.
Yeah, I'm not incorporating the Borg in this scenario because this scenario that gets really complicated and legitimately.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Why couldn't you just stick to the KISS principle? Fuck the Borg. Get them out of here.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing with the Borg. Now, if the Borg ever ran into the Empire, it would be a very quick fight. Because the Borg would wipe out the Empire in fucking quickly.
Oh, so they adapt all their weaponry. They adapt all their weaponry.
Yeah.
How many numbers they have.
Yeah, you can't win. The Borg, you can't. Their ships, and here's the problem with a lot of their ships. Even though the hyperdrive would be considered Omega technology, it wouldn't. They would quickly lose interest with them. They would pass them all. The only thing they might be interested in are the Jedi and the Sith. That'd be the only thing maybe they'd be interested in because that would be something they've never seen before. So the Borg, I'm not counting the Borg because the Borg knew They were at war. They knew a war was going on. They still chose to stay the fuck away. And at this point, the Federation will also have what I like to call, I can't remember what the name of the outpost is, but they have that outpost that basically the second Borg shit starts determining and shit, they're like, oh, Borg, we know Borg's coming. They got really good at that. At this point, I would even go as far as saying this is before Janeway took him out, but I would go as far as saying that the Borg are not having a fun time right now. They're flying around dealing with everything else that's going on. Actually, the Borg actually might even be at this point. Oh yeah, they would. Holy shit! What you're forgetting, Starfleet? Alien 459 would be fucking around with the Borg right now. They wouldn't. The Borg would be able to do shit.
Well, I'd be more worried to be actually near the end of Voyager's voyage because they started a civil war among the Borg. Yeah. That would occupy them too.
Yeah, yeah. The Borg.
Depends where it is along the timeline.
Yeah, yeah. If we're going by the extension of the timeline, Janeway has not done her thing yet, but 459 have now jumped in. Bob, we are literally speaking Greek to you. Okay, I'm going to explain this to you. Bio aliens that have the ability to destroy Borg tech
and planets with just 5 starships. 5 of their bioships to take out a planet.
I'm about to say, I'm just waiting for you guys to continue on with the setting that we have here.
Okay. Anyways, yeah. Stop railroading us. I blame you on. Okay, back to this. All right. So the Starfleet situation is going as strong. We are now. You have 50 ships. Now you're saying you're going to go into another. You're going to be going past. You could go into the Cardassian tech, the Cardassian space, or Romulan space. Romulan space is a bad idea because Romulans have. After the war, the Romulans got really dickish. Like they were like, "Fuck you." They took a huge portion. They're like, "Fuck you." That they were really mad. They had some anger issues after the end of this. It wasn't until
it's because they figured out that the Starfleet tricked them into the war too. I think after the end of the war.
Oh shit!
I don't know if they did or not. That is a theory though.
Also, J.J. Abrams destroyed their planet. That would make them mad. I was mad.
Yeah, I was mad too when they did that. But fuck J.J. Abrams. He's an asshole. So now we're going. You're probably going to be heading towards Deep Space Nine. Now this is where we get into the interesting stuff. Now more signals are being sent out because this is a massive fleet coming out. The sad thing is, unfortunately, to this, you wouldn't be getting Starfleet ships until a while. But here's the question: Deep Space Nine is so amped up. It is actually probably one of the most powerful space station in existence.
Oh yeah,
like that's not a joke.
The shield grid is insane. Like when you see that shield go up, it doesn't even cover the whole station from what I can figure. It covers like the main central core, and then maybe there's a different type of
you
shield
didn't hear about
grid
the
for the rest.
upgrade? They upgraded that fucker. It could actually that shields hit the whole fucking thing now.
You talking about the new DS9 from STO?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Starfleet.
Yes, it's actually by the end of the series, it could probably outpower even Starbase 1.
Yep, Starbase 1 is the most that was the second most powerful thing. That is the second most to Deep Space Nine. Also, keep in mind you guys can re-engineer your ships to do photonic mines. You could turn your photon torpedoes into mines if you want to on the way out. Which would be a lot of damage. So, as you guys get to Deep Space Nine, at this point, Starfleet, there would be 150 ships 150 of these ships chasing after you guys.
So, do we deploy a minefield at any point in space, or there's really no
time
here?
You could, but you'd be scanning these things, and they'd be coming at you with that. The problem is they're taking forever to get to you. Like these guys do not go fast, and keep in mind, even though you guys would disappear on them, and they'd be following your energy trails because that's the only way they could legitimately chase you.
Well, it sounds like there's an opportunity there. I mean, it sounds like we can maybe spread them thin, or at the very least do some hit and run tactics. Personally, I'm leaning towards hit and run tactics because I have these fighters. We have these fighters and I have these photon torpedo complement on them.
Yeah.
The Excelsior class flag figure has 150 torpedoes, and I didn't even talk about the amount of torpedoes that a freaking Typhoon has.
Yeah, because that's the fun thing of the hyperdrive situation. The hyperdrive situation is as follows. Yeah, sure, you can fire off a hyperdrive. If you don't know the location, you're not getting there. They actually have to scan in. You have to actually register where you're at to send it out. That's the problem with hyperdrive.
Well, yeah, because it's more of a point-to-point wormhole transportation system, which, we're not following you anytime soon because we got plot courses.
Yeah. So as your guys, so they're taking forever to get to you. Now here's the problem. Now the Romulans would probably be getting involved in this situation because the Romulans would be like, "Who the fuck's the 150?" If you saw 150 ships the size of a, I don't know how to put this bluntly, a part of America going down the fucking spaceways. That's 150 miles.
What they would be doing is, again, they would think more like the Borg are very large ships. They know it's a very large ship that they're not used, that they've never seen before again. So they definitely want to investigate.
Yeah, they'd investigate.
But they do it more cloaked. Like they probably wouldn't even decloak. They try to get as much information they could while cloaked.
Yeah. And when they realize this is a hostile force, now you got the Romulans involved. Now you got the Klingons. Yeah. And then the Klingons now find out about this.
Oh, Klingons, that'll be a good time.
So the Klingons, this turns into a shitstorm. The question is, how much ships could the Empire throw at a space battle versus a...
And the second problem would be, as they divert more ships to this, that leaves all the other sectors more and more vulnerable to the rebels.
Yep.
So it depends it depends now who's the admiral of the sector and how they treat the threats. That's one thing the novels covered quite extensively is each admiral had their own style of how they would handle this.
And they have a lot of authority in each area.
Yeah, I would say this would be a barrelhead, especially the Empire. The Emperor would be like, dude, they're destroying our ships like nothing. He'd be pissed. The Emperor did not back away when it came to stuff. The problem is that's when he takes over. When he takes over, he brings in the big guns, which is Vader. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Now, eventually, these ships are going to make it to settled planets. This would where it's getting interesting. When we get to ground combat, it's a little bit of a different beast, especially when you start getting Sith involved.
It's well known that the Empire has a good ground game, and Starfleet really doesn't have a good ground game.
They have a functional ground game. They actually do have a ground game. They do have a powerful ground game, but it's only if they can actually get the ground game off. That's the problem. Now, here's the problem with most of the stuff. All your tech, all of Star Wars tech is just not good. Now, keep in mind, Starfleet does use shield emitters on their soldiers.
Oh.
Your lasers would go bounce, bounce, bounce. You guys would probably try it, which is interesting because here's a fascinating fact. Do you know that the Empire actually has guns?
Yes. That's what I say. They also use mini rail, like what do you call them, Gauss rifles.
Yep, they do. So that being said,
it really wouldn't work.
Yeah, no, the guns would.
Well, the feeling would not work as well against the Gauss.
Yeah, the bolt throwers or the slug throwers, as they're referred to as, those would work on people because they wouldn't know because that would actually do damage. So the ground game on let's say Bajor, which would be I would say probably the first somewhere like Bajor, which really doesn't have a Starfleet presence. it would be a fight, but then you're dealing with like Bajorans or other aliens like that. The second you start getting into human settlements, because the human settlements will start getting hit, that's when it gets interesting, because then you got guys with hyperphasic shield. You got people who'd be starting to bump in more. This would start getting more and more dangerous as it goes. The ground game is where the Empire would have a great ground game, but Starfleet has the space pretty much won. It's how fast you can get your ships. It's literally how fast you can get your guerrillas. How fast can you get your soldiers on the ground before they're wiped out by a fucking cruiser?
Or God forbid, fucking was it Captain Kirk uses black powder tube?
No, it's not Captain Kirk, because Captain Kirk is not in this era.
I'm about to say, so it's like to defeat that monster, he made like a fucking cannon.
Yeah.
Black powder tube.
Sulfur.
So are we
or saltpeter?
So looking at the specs and looking what we know, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that we got ourselves a definitive thought process? Does Starfleet win versus the Empire?
Well, I think both I and Starfleet should chime in, and perhaps I'll start since I already started talking. But my short version would be, I would think that Starfleet could leverage their maneuverability, their ability to leave and come back as they please using hit and run tactics. But if for any reason the Empire had a way of disrupting warp drive, shit. Well, there's gonna be some ships coming in there. One of the ships that can come in could generate a gravity well from from the Empire, and that may dampen our ability, my ability to command my fleet to do that hit and run thing. So that may make it a little harder for us. Because I was gonna say this would be a cinch. It would be a pinch. Like we come in, go as we please. We chip away at you guys like a bunch of fucking like bees, and sure there's more of you all. But it's like, what good is a Star Destroyer the size of Manhattan Island? By the way, I got a picture right here. Super Star Destroyer. Super Star Destroyer is literally the length of Manhattan Island. That makes it longer than Staten Island, but not quite as wide. But it is about as wide as Manhattan Island at its widest. And of course, a Super Star Destroyer could accommodate the entirety of Central Park without an issue. But let's say there's a few of those. Yeah, so I don't know. That's what I got. So I want to say Starfleet wins anyway, but I'm biased. So what do you guys think? What do you think, Starfleet? What do you got?
Well, Starfleet, what's your thoughts?
The biggest thing is if they can get Starfleet into the ground game, that's where they might actually stall them a bit and actually cause significant internal structural damage to the Federation. And again, it comes down to what happens if they start capturing Starfleet technology. Can they reverse engineer and incorporate it? Like, there's a lot of other factors there. Like, it depends how long the war lasts. So when it comes down to, if it's a quick war where they're able to repel them within, like, let's say, a year, then I'd say, yeah, they wouldn't have enough time to get that to reverse engineer technology.
Okay, so that's Bob. Your thoughts?
My thoughts on who would win. Now, are we doing this immediate battle, or are we talking in the long run?
We're talking this has become a full-blown conflict, because keep in mind, anywhere the Empire goes is Empire space. They have that mentality. They've always had that mentality. This is something a lot of people don't understand. They'll go onto a planet and start putting bases on a planet, even when a planet has people. Ewoks, good example. There's a couple other races where they legitimately did that, and they're like, there was references to Rebels and stuff where they legitimately just dropped a bunch of ships for no fucking reason. It's like, well, why'd you drop those ships?
Okay. To answer my question, we're talking about full conflict. Who rises on top at the end of the war from what we know? This is a difficult one because the Empire can do war of attrition if some things aren't as effective. And there's this common rule in every form of war. The moment you rule the sky, you rule the battlefield. The moment you rule space, you rule the world. That second part was actually an add-on that I put on. Because if you can't land anything on a planet because one side controls space, you can't gain more territory.
Yep.
You can't even get a fucking foothold in. Now, sure, this force is much smaller, and you may be able to take some planets on the flanks here and there. But ultimately, I think the Empire is going to be in a losing battle, depending on how many things they send out.
Okay. Okay.
And
So
it's
that
gonna be an endurance run for Starfleet. Like, how many ships can they preserve? Because if they can consistently preserve their ships or make more in the time being, they'll eventually snuff out the Empire. Because are we assuming that the rebels are also going to take part in that, or is it just going to be these two forces?
Well, as I was pointing out, as they divert forces to this, it gives the rebels more opportunity to attack the Empire from the inside, from other areas.
and then
That's where you have to be careful of how much you divert to do this.
Yeah.
As I was asking, are we assuming yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Starfleet would come out on top if they can endure. If they don't lose too many ships, if they can knock out a bunch of theirs, yeah.
Okay. So next,
it's going to be a long fucking fight. It's going to take fucking years.
Next on the docket is going to be a fun one, and my response to this matter is very simple. One, if it all depends if it's a Starfleet only fight. The problem is I don't think it is. As for Starfleet's whole reverse engineering stuff, what do you think is going to happen when Starfleet and other things start getting hyperdrive technology? What do you think is going to happen when they start reading into the computers?
That's what comes down to is whose scientists to reverse engineer things faster and deploy it faster. That's the one. That's the big, to me. That's the biggest X factor in this whole war.
Let me finish here. Let me finish. Now we all know what happens when you have an engineer, a Starfleet engineer, as they like to say, as someone once said in Deep Space Nine, you have one of those wonderful Starfleet engineers that can make replicators out of rocks. That's the problem with the Empire. The Empire has always had this problem, and that is very simple. It's been a problem for them forever. They unfortunately have a bad fucking habit of never fucking advancing. At one time, the Old Republic. Remember, we aren't looking at Star Wars at the height of a society. We're looking at the end of a society. That is a lot of people.
I would say in this case, it's what's that quote? Deutsche Engineering.
Yeah.
Because they thought their shit was so advanced. Meanwhile, America rolls in. It's like, hi, bitch.
Yeah.
Nice toys.
Oh, it's like when Britain went and dealt with Somalia back in the day. It's like, hi, oh, how quaint! You hit us with you broke a hole in our ship. Fire full volley. Everyone's dead.
Oh yeah, over in Japan, America had something similar. That's where the quote "temper" came from, because what was it? A Japanese artillery piece fired out at one of the ships, and the battleship, if I'm not mistaken, completely leveled the fucking island. And then the other ship in the battle fleet sent a transmission over stating "temper."
Yep.
Just flattened the fucking island. Goodbye.
Yeah, you got it. That's the problem. You're dealing with You're dealing with the fall of it. The Empire is, even though this is the height of Star Wars tech, it's not. It really isn't when you look at some of the older shit. And that's the problem. That's the issue we come across, and that's the thing I got to bring up. Like, I think both universes are good, but compared to that, it's no competition. It's game over. That's my problem with this, and that's the thing. You can argue that Jedis are gonna be the greatest thing. No, they're not. I would not want to have a Jedi pick a fight with a Klingon. It would be a real quick fight. First of all, okay, a disruptor. The way disruptors work, do you think they could bounce the fucking bullet off their hands? No. That hits There goes the Jedi's arm. Blast a. What do you think happens when a space laser gets hit by something that disrupts that space laser?
Yeah, it doesn't work out very well.
It doesn't end well. Not like I'm sorry, the Jedi are a joke only because even though they're stupidly powerful and they're a cool fucking thing, and I enjoy the Jedi, I think the Jedi are neat. I also know the Jedi are absolutely fucking useless when it comes to fighting with the technology, because the technology is beyond their abilities. They're skilled, but they're not skilled for that. You start scaling up to like tech like that, it's no contest. That's my thought. It just they're out technology, out maneuver, and out fight. You're done. History has proven time and time again when a bunch of tribe motherfuckers decide to go bouncing up against the British, it didn't go well.
Wait, your comrades died from our machine gun fire. Why didn't you stop? Well, obviously the magic didn't work for them. You remember that?
Yep.
It's like, well, the magic didn't work for them. It worked for me because I'm alive. It's like, while the logic is somewhat sound, it's also like, oh, come on, man. We could shoot you right now.
It's mean, I know. All right, boys, let's get to some gaming. Thank you so much, everybody, that liked our little fun here. We can literally stop the video now, stop the podcast now. We went that long.
The one weapon that I know would absolutely fuck up a Jedi is a shotgun.
So our mascot here was having a lot of fun today. I got to talk about the little picture I got of Sammy Manu. Sammy Manu was trying to eat grapes, and was licking the plastic and trying to get in the grapes.
Oh, I'm gonna off to bed.
Thank you so much for joining us, Starfleet Style. You can see him on X. That's where he usually is.
Yeah.
And we are going to continue our. We're going to start with some new gaming here, boys. We're going to start with a brand new game, Infernax. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Woo. Infernax, bitches.
The cat that tried to consume grapes. I can already see the disappointment on the cat's face.
I know, right?
Why do the grapes have a deflector shield?
Yep. Is it popping? Is it popping on here? Not yet. We'll see here.
No, it's funny. Ironically, Starfleet commanding the Empire, while I commanded Starfleet, the one in Star Trek, not the person. And yeah, I agree. Just to give my closing thoughts real quick. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to save my closing thoughts, but after the topic was closed. But I agree with Bob. It's it's gonna be a long thing, and I don't know. I've seen videos about this, dudes. Where basically it'd be the entire Federation space was beamed or zapped into Star Wars' universe to the edge of or some portion of the Empire. So you have all the Starfleet planets there. They encounter the Empire, and basically. The way it ends is hilarious, because you can just imagine the type of shit Section 31 would do the minute that they saw a Sun Crusher. And the Sun Crusher, as it turns out, does not have shields, so while it's got a neutronium hull, it's really not that threatening once it appears near a Starfleet ship.
Yep. So we are playing the brand new version of Infernax right now. This is our first this is the first play of this game for Space Geeks, and the first one for this channel. If you guys want to see this game being played again, we're going to be playing it. We're going to be playing probably till 9:30, maybe even 9. We'll see how long everyone feels like sticking around for this one. And we're going to have some fun. Yeah, we're going to have some fun, boys.
I mean, hell, what you're talking about, because how could I forget 500 cigarettes?
Yep.
500 E1110 blasters.
Yep.
It's just like copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste.
Yep.
One Star Destroyer.
No, it's scary. Like I said, was that not scary when you realize how many fucking Star Destroyers you can send out?
Yeah, in theory. I mean, when one side has a goddamn 3D printer for most equipment, granted they're also gonna probably have to make a massive replicator, like a space station size one, if you wanna make a ship. But that, in theory, it is possible.
Here's the other problem with all those ships. Now, most of those aren't built like they're all like long-standing ships. Like, keep in mind, they had still in the function. They had the Clone War ships that were still out there, man.
I'll be honest, I prefer their battle barges over the Star Destroyer. I understand it's a prequel, it's newer and all that, but at least the bridge makes a bit more sense to me.
Yeah, they outfitted it. They re-outfitted a lot of those ships. They actually just put fucking the bridge, an extended bridge. That's all they did.
Yeah. But also the overall design is like, yeah, it's still roughly Dorito shaped, but it's not a complete burrito.
Yeah. So this game is So here's the fun of this game. You get options. So I can slay or help this man. Should I help him or should I kill him? Should I try to help him or should I kill him? Should I try to help him, Bob, or should I kill him? DJ, should I help him or kill him?
Well, you should always be a good, helpful person, I would think. Because, like, why would you kill someone?
Okay, helpful Bob? Okay.
Yeah.
Bob, guys, see your option right now. Here's what happens when I decide to...
I was about to say, I got a black screen, but yeah.
Well, you should be seeing something now. Uh-oh.
The screen was behind. Oh. Jeez. Yeah, help your local fiend.
Yeah, that's the problem. So I'm using the second character. They actually made this game, this kind of neat thing they did in this game. You actually get to play two characters now in the game. You could play the Paladin Elcor, or you could play his trusty squire, Cavell.
I'll be real with you, that is probably the most metal skull chicken I have ever seen.
Oh, it's now a dead skull chicken.
Winner chicken dinner.
Yep.
So you got fucking crucified bodies on top of the fucking thing.
Yep. Also, I believe you can destroy this for... I think it's dead enough. Okay. Wait. I don't know if it's dead enough. Let's keep hitting it and see what happens. Ah, okay. Alright, let's pray at the church. Pray at the church. Oh.
Halo song. Whoa. They really should play the Halo
Oh, I
song.
don't have enough. I don't have enough for his cooler effects. This guy gets some fun little abilities. Okay, your main character, you're playing the Paladin. Cavell gets the fun of different gear and equipment he can carry. We'll go into Cavell's gear and equipment. As in a passive shield he can put up and lead to defend. A crossbow he can use. Bandages to help heal him or his trusty Paladin, his trusty guy. That's kind of a neat idea. Like, this is a interesting update to the game that I really like. It's something that they also fixed some of the movement. Some of the movement is way more balanced in this version than it was in the other version. I'm gonna be really sad when Steve finally disappears and I won't be able to pick these games up again. We know one day it's gonna happen, boys. We all know eventually life is what life is. Forever. Yep. So tomorrow, I don't know, are you joining us tomorrow for the fun that is the new Guardians comic reading we're going to be doing?
New Guardians, like Guardians of the Galaxy?
No, of course not. We don't like to do. We're doing a topical book series that was made.
We are cultured, sir. How dare you?
Yeah, we don't.
I mean, if it's in the morning or the evening, maybe I'll drop by in the evening. Yeah.
Also, we may be, if all goes well, we might be on Friday doing a morning stream with, why are we eating Christmas dinner on Halloween? Bye stream, since when? Okay, so I was leaving. No, we're going to be doing another cultured thing recently. You're talking about since when on us being cultured. We've always been cultured.
So I got this lighter. It's a plasma bulb. Oh, I got a phone call from delivery person. Sorry, I gotta go.
I am sorry, what? Did I hear him correctly?
Yes. That makes him cultured.
No, I'm saying a lighter that shoots a laser bolt?
Yes. You never heard of a plasma lighter?
No.
You can get a light. Yeah, it's awesome. It's the best way to smoke
I've heard
a
of
cigar.
a plasma cutter.
Yeah, it's the best way to smoke a cigar, Bob. You should know that. Uncultured swine?
No, actually, there's a better way to light a cigar.
What?
Use a piece of tinder. Typically like cedar or other natural wood. What you're talking about is like that's the ritzy stuff. No, I usually use like little leaflets of like cedar wood and shit.
My friend used to use newspaper. He swore by it. He'd light a cigar with
nothing like ink. Ink.
You wanna know why? You wanna know why he'd use good news. That was his mentality. Stream not stream. Stream not what do you mean by stream not stream? What are you talking about? Not me. Is the stream on?
Steam. You illiterate individual. Steam. Like a website.
Oh yeah. No, Steam. Okay, Steam. There's a. Eventually, Steam will be discontinued. It's just a matter of when. I think I'm gonna take the healing. The healing's actually very useful in this game. Right now. And then for him, I'm gonna take his level up for healing. Yeah, this is a great game. I do suggest you get a chance to play this. This is a very Metroidvania game. It has a lot of options you can do. Okay. And I'm actually pretty far in it again, but it's really fun. Oh. Uh-oh. We got Rainstorm. Someone's playing it. Bad guys are doing bad things. I have beaten this game before, but not with the new updates. The cool thing is you can play this 2-player if you want. Which is really neat. Oh, ooh, what the fuck is that? I like how he spits at you after hitting you with that when you defeat him. So your guy has to go on his adventure being a paladin and doing paladin things. Now you could travel around and do a bunch of little fun stuff. First things first, I want to get my hands on either a potion. I can buy the flask, but do I want to buy the flask now or do I want to wait? You know what? Flask now. We could always use a flask. Good to get that healing items up. Yeah, no, we're going to be having fun with that tomorrow, I think. We'll have to thank Nico for that. We'll also be we'll probably be continuing our conversation on, if Nico makes it, we'll be following our conversation on the creating the Ghost World stuff. We still haven't done anything on working on the specs and shit.
Fucking geists.
Are you done on that, Bob? You don't want to do it anymore?
I thought we talked about the and stuff.
Yeah, but we still haven't even talked about what happens when you get to this percentage, what happens, like, actually the game mechanics. Oh, we talked a little before. We actually haven't sat down and done the game mechanics for the game.
That's fair. That's fair.
Or we could do something else.
Yeah, think of
I do
anything at the moment, so yeah, I'm down.
Okay, well, one of the options we are thinking about is working on actually starting our official building of rations and making a ration table for D&D. Yeah. Then making some magical items based off food items, like magical ration items. There's lots we can do. I am going to beat this boss, and we're going to get to the next event after. But right now, I'm just going to beat the boss. If you want to see me play this game all the way through, a full playthrough, give me a heads up. I'll actually do it. It's actually a great game. I actually had a blast playing it. I even like the fun references in this game that's loosely based off of other shit.
On the chat.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much, Ars, for showing up. I like I said, it's like, oh, Ars, you made it. I was like, uh-oh. Yeah, I don't know if you're going to want to be a part of this one, because this one's going to go all over the place with... I knew it was... Yeah, with Starfleet being here, I knew that was going to go wild. But I wanted Starfleet in... I wanted both those guys in there for that. DJ Ronnie and Starfleet, because they're both the most known people when it comes to that franchise. Shocked a lot of people. Like people are still surprised that they actually the Starfleet that the Empire actually had that many ships. It's absolutely stupid if you think about it, right? Like how the fuck does the Empire have that many ships?
Yeah, that's why I was like, man, that's not a bag of warehouse.
Yeah, well, that's the thing about it. Like a lot of people don't understand that. No, that's their biggest thing. When people talk, like the same reason why Warhammer versus anything would be a bad day for a lot of people, because again, the ground game for them is amazing, but the problem is that the Imperial Empire. It's just the numbers. Like the numbers are absolutely insane for that franchise.
Oh, and you're at no guarantee of getting anywhere on time. With warp drive? Yeah, no. With warp travel, it's like, yeah, it can take you maybe 5 minutes, it can take you a century. Or more.
Yep.
They're going all over the galaxy on TNG, right? Like, in TNG, they're like going from one side of the Federation to the other. Then that other situation, they're like, that's going to take us 8 weeks.
Yeah, I honestly thought you were going to make a joke about the Imperium.
Thank you, Ars, for joining us tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, the Imperium, like the one they use in Event Horizon, which is why Event Horizon went so south, because they actually connected to the warp.
Yeah. By the way, where was I? I thought you were going to make a joke about how the Imperium's basically using the sci-fi equivalent of fucking dial-up internet.
Yeah.
They don't even have a landline, it's just like dial-up internet that's really bad.
Yeah. It's the same problem with Star Trek versus BattleTech. Space combat, no contest. Ground combat, different kettle.
My only problem with BattleTech, I'll be real with you, is when you start getting into the lore, I don't know if it's just what goes down or whatnot, it just feels really dry. I don't know if that's kind of the point of it. It just... Because I want to learn something about it, but as I learn about it, it's like, holy fuck, I'm actually nodding off. What the fuck?
Yep, it's a great series, but I do admit it is dry. So next on the docket, we have a couple more games we're going to look at. Fighting Rage is next. Fight and Rage. Hopefully this is registering on the channel. I'm just checking. Once this boots up. I actually like this one. This one's a great game. We'll see if it boots up, because this one was fighting me when I tried to do it tonight.
You see the videos of the fighter pilots who punched out, ejected, and one of them is a lady pilot in F-15 Strike Eagle, which is like a bomb truck, basically. It's just these days is how it's used. And the guy was so nice to her. He's like, "Are you okay? Do you need anything to help you?" And then he told her she's safe. Then the other one, it got a little sketchy. People getting up to the guy. It almost went south. They like trying to grab things off of him, and then he's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa!" And he starts talking like Farsi. Then he goes American, and then the guy just walks away and gets in the truck. And it's like that's all he had to say. Like if you just said something about cheeseburgers in a Boston accent, they would have been like ID positive American.
You know, the one problem I have with this game, goddamn that image. Like, holy shit!
Oh yeah.
And my channel's banned.
What gotta be wind the tape? What image? I saw it swirling. What's wrong with this? This is fight rage.
Yeah. Fighting rage.
What's going on here? What, did they ban people for having a picture of a motorcycle? I don't get it.
No.
Oh, that picture. Aw. Oh my god, it's so cool. I love the animation in the corner. Like, they actually got pixel jiggle physics.
Yeah, they do. This game is awesome. This game is fucking amazing. Yeah, I don't care if I don't get ranked. Oh, wait, shit, I have a suspended game. I wanted to restart. Seems pretty tamed. Hello! Hello, L, what's up? Good morning. We're going to... Round 1, Rising the Flames. Alright, let's go, boys and girls. I'm gonna escape. Fuck that shit. I'm out of here. I don't want to deal with this shit. This ain't my business. Oh, they're beating up all these people. No, I'm gone, boys. I'm out of here. I said, what, you think I left because I want to leave, bitches? I left because I felt like I didn't want to waste my energy. I got other things to do with my life. I was trying to Kenshiro my way out of this scenario. I don't want to deal with this drama. Then you go and do something stupid like murder more people. Now I gotta kick your ass. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome here. You missed it. You missed the 4-hour argument on what was that, an hour something of us just talking about Star Trek? Star Wars. Ooh, there we go. Yeah, have you ever seen this game, DJ? You ever played this one?
Streets of Rage? No.
No, Fighting Rage is called, not Streets of Rage.
I've never played this one either, and it looks like we got Master Splinter up in here, though.
Yeah. It's a lot of demi-humans versus humans. And I kind of like that about this game. This game's actually quite fun.
Nuke it.
I also like the devil movers that you can do. Uh-oh. Oh, we got some cats we gotta fight. The Electro Kitties, if I remember correctly. Oh, watch out. Make sure these Electro Kitties don't get me. There we go. You get your special pretty quick when you suffer damage. That's the benefit of this. There's one gone. Oh. Done. Dead. Stage cleared. No, not the waifu. This also has a multiplayer version. I just don't remember how to unlock it. You can get up to 4 people playing this game, which is kind of cool. Yeah, this game's quite cool. We actually like this one. It was actually on Steam on sale for $2, so I had to buy it for $2. It's like, okay, yeah. I had to buy this again. I actually own this on I own this on Switch, I believe, as well. Ah, bastard. Got me with the motorcycle. I hate that motorcycle fight. But I do play the easy mode. I don't give a shit. I'm not a fan of playing hard modes in fighting games. I don't believe in it in these type of games. Unless there's a valid reason, like it gives me more gear or equipment, don't bother me. It actually got to give me something, otherwise I don't care. If it don't give me anything, I don't waste my time. I'll play the easiest setting. It's the same thing with Resident Evil. I have no valid reason to play higher versions of certain Resident Evil games because it's just not worth it. So I'll play the easier mode. People are like, well, why? It's like, well, because what's the point at that point when you're not getting anything invaluable from it? And all it does is make the monsters more beefier. Oh, it's $1 for you. Yeah, that's good, right? Great game. Let's get the finishers off. We got finisher mode. Yeah, they did a great job, and I absolutely love this game. It's one of those games I was like, I've never seen a game play this good, so it's like, yeah. Bam. Okay, beat it. Keep going. We got one more game to look at today, maybe two if we really want to, but I'm most likely just going to look at the one. I was actually playing that game with Heroic Nico there this week. We were playing it, having a blast playing the next one. Just because it's that game and I've loved that game, but the fact that they gave us an online mode, okay, caught my attention. I really hate the motorcycles. Really, really hate the motorcycles. Alright. It's the motorcycles blowing up that's getting me. I got dropped from the motorcycles exploding. It is actually a very smooth game. It's a one-button game, unfortunately. It's like 1 plus jump plus the B button. That's it. Like, River City Girls is like a 1 to 4 button game. This one's very one button. Although I do think River City Girls 2 is amazing. Like, that is actually a really fun game. And Ninja Gaiden Extra or whatever it's called, Gaiden is really good. Like, phenomenal game. We're gonna go through we're gonna go through basically 2 stages of this, and then we'll get to the next game. Oh, by the way, all 3 of these games fought me to get them working. I had to actually fight them. Bob was like talking about something the entire time, and I'm like, huh? Like, what are you talking about, Bob?
Don't worry, I get that often. I mean, hell, I do the same thing.
Yep.
I'll be honest, I don't know what you said. I just heard the mention of my name, and then I pieced it together.
Yep. Yeah, I get that sometimes, but I know. So next week is going to be, we're talking about next week. I was thinking for Monday Madness, we were thinking of doing best indie game soundtrack we've heard recently. So that's going to be us looking at indie games and what indie games we like, what indie games these people like all the fun indie games that are out there that we're kind of looking at there will be kind of a fun little thing. There we go, stage clear. It is a smooth game, like shockingly smooth. Oh, my health's extended. I'm doing a speed run. What was the bing? I heard a bing on my end. Huh. Okay, and then we might be doing a free. We might be doing a. What the hell? I thought I was going to join. Oh well. I guess I didn't join the bad. I guess I didn't join the good guys. Okay, we're going to return the title screen. This game has multiple ins and outs, multiple endings, multiple little side stuff. This game has a lot of cool stuff. I actually do suggest if this game's on sale, definitely pick this game up. It's awesome. All right, we're done for now, and we're going to the next game. The last game I picked up for the channel. Hopefully this one doesn't fight me like it did last night. And I'm hoping that this kicks in. We'll see. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, there we go. We're good. All right, let's do. Welcome to D&D. The Dungeons and Dragons game that they made for this, they actually made a D&D game, and I kind of like it. So this is the Dungeons and Dragons arcade game that they made for back in the day. This is something that has existed, and so I decided, hey, I gotta pick this up. So we're gonna play some Tower of Doom, Dungeons and Dragons. The reason I picked this up, boys and girls, is very simple. You can play this game as, I've been wanting this game for a while, but the simple fact that I can play this game with people online. I have been wanting to play this game with other people for a very, very long time. So I am super stoked that I could play a game. I've been wanting to play a game that I've been wanting to play online for a long time. So I can play with other people now. So yes, I am all in for playing this game. And we're playing the elf today. Because the elf was the is the mage of the game. So now I can play this with Bob the Marauder or other individuals on the channel. So we might be playing this game with other people online as time progresses.
Oh boy.
Yep. Bob just has to buy this game.
I don't know the name of the game.
Dungeons and Dragons Chronicles.
Ugh.
It's a D&D beat 'em up.
Yeah, I'm sure you understand the lack of my excitement and hearing that.
What, you don't like a D&D beat 'em up?
Not modern D&D. Fuck no.
No, this isn't modern D&D. This is old school D&D. This is 2nd edition Dungeons and Dragons, bitch.
Alright. Let's see what we get. We have...
Well, you can see it right now, Bob, on the stream.
Yeah, but I'm looking at it in the PlayStation. Give it a second. We have Dungeons and Dragons Battle Mark. Oh, that is.
Oh, Chronicles of Nistara. That's pretty cool.
How do you spell Nistara?
You just look it up.
Yeah, just look it up. Just look it up. I need a name to look it up. You see the spelling? I'm looking at it right now. I'm trying to. Is that an M-Y? M-I? Mastara?
M-Y.
M-Y.
Yeah, I said PDA. My personal digital assistant. Casio from 1998.
Yep. I miss.
Hello, Ruby. Rated Pro.
Yep.
Rated.
Hello, who did us?
I don't get input. Yeah, it's a 236 special.
Yeah, she's
Is that game weird?
She asked me for the input of the. Oh, I got owned. Oh well.
Yeah, it's not here. It is not on PlayStation.
I played a game before. It had this digital pixel visual physics and it was freaking hilarious.
Yep. Oh, there's quite a few of them actually out there. That's why I'm like, which one are you talking about?
Just like most things from these advertisers. Don't worry, Bob. You can play it. Doesn't exist.
No, I said one day Bob can play it. That's what I said.
And at no point did you decide to stop me when I mentioned PlayStation Store.
I was on the PlayStation Store. That's why I'm like,
no, not. Look.
Well, here's what you do. Do yourself a solid. Google. And see if it shows up on Google. Chronicles of Mystara.
Like a non-solid, like do me a liquid.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a fucking stream.
What?
Okay.
Hey, we're given magical weapons.
And we...
Welcome.
New tab. Come on. Good day.
Oh, shit. One second, chat. You also gotta look at Capcom D&D game.
I don't know who made it. So outside of what you've just said now, I wouldn't have.
You know.
It is not here. The
Really?
Blood Thing, Curse of the Moon came up.
That's fascinating because it was on there. I guess it got took off. This was on sale. That's why I picked it up.
It's available on PlayStation 3.
Okay. Oh, well. I guess they took it off. Because Chronicles of Mystara just came out on... It's on Steam now, just like it's a new release. That's why I was like, huh. Guess it's not on you yet, unfortunately, Bob.
It came out in 2013, according to this website.
Not Chronicles. Chronicles just came out.
Yeah, that's what I said. Dungeons & Dragons. Sorry.
I'll look and see what it says on Steam because I think this is a new release.
possible to show the backwards compatibility, even if it was on PS3.
No, PlayStation. I've been saying it for a while. Consoles are either they're becoming sync traps at this point. You might as well just get a device at this point. Might as well just get a computer. I feel really bad because consoles used to be a really good option. You know, like that used to be an option back in the day. It's not. Like, really, it changed its beast in a lot of ways, and I'm really pissed off at that as a guy who likes this stuff. It's just kind of like, what the fuck? Like, I love consoles. I think consoles are awesome. I've been buying consoles since I was a kid. I want more consoles. And no, it's like, no, we're getting to that point now where I have to look at stuff and go, what the? I like that it keeps the credits and how many credits you use for the game. It's kind of neat. But this is Chronicles of Mystara. This is the Temple of Doom. Yeah, I'll have to look and see when it came out, but yeah. But yeah, that is Chronicles of Mystara, and we're done for that. And I think that's it for tonight. Actually, I think we did a lot here. We had some fun. We talked about we defeated the evil. We've proved once and for all that the Empire unfortunately gets defeated by Star Trek every time. Sad fact, because inevitably RNG doesn't do much when you get wiped out by everything else. Shit, which sucks because I kind of like the Empire. Sad to know that it's going to get defeated. But I'd like to thank everybody. Yeah, it is. It's cool. It was it loosely did you not? I believe LCX or someone else brought up the fact that this game actually showed up on other consoles. For 1 second, I'm going to turn this off. Grab this. Turn that on. I'm going to see when that Chronicles of Mystara came out because that is something I want to look at. If Steam decides to say hi. Hi, Steam. Last played. When did this come out? Information. Okay, a release date, June 18th, 2000. You're right, 2013.
Yeah.
You're right, Bob. Yep.
Oh, guys, check out this new game. It's like, God damn, dude, you're pretty late to the party. Shit.
Hey, man, I could still pick up a copy of it. That's what shocks my ass.
Honestly, being able to pick up a copy of a game with your set of skills does not surprise me.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
I'm sure if you wanted to, you can get a game that came out before Tetris. You know those old Famicom systems? That probably wasn't called Famicom, but you know, like the first video game system where it was just like this thing that was about the size of a computer mouse and had brass buttons.
Okay, you know what, Bob? I'm going to say something to you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna deny the fact that I may have my hands on a Dungeons and Dragons on an original Dungeons and Dragons video game handheld. I'm not gonna say I have or have not had one of those, but I have one.
Okay, but like I said, knowing your set of skills, you could probably find any game, guaranteed. I'm not gonna be jealous if you have it. Why would I?
Yep.
I'd rather play tabletop than a fucking video game.
No, I was just trying to make gamer fucking gamer. All right, thank you everybody. We had a fun today tonight. I do appreciate everyone who came and enjoyed the insanity. Tomorrow is going to be the fun of us looking at New Guardians and going back to Legend of Zelda. Unfortunately, Bob has to watch us play some more Zelda games.
The horror.
Yep, the horror.
And it's not about the Zelda game itself. It's about watching this man's gameplay.
Ouch! Fuck me. I love it, Bob. Keep it coming, bitch. I'll get you back for that again.
You always do.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, DJ, for enjoying having fun with us. We do appreciate the fun, man. We do love doing these fun things. Next week, we got a bunch of games we got to play out there soon, and I'm hoping to have a lot of fun with stuff and get a lot of stuff off the ground. Like I said, New Guardians tomorrow, Throwback Thursday with Zelda, and then on Friday we're going to be doing a free stream with a collab stream with LCX. And that'll be interesting because I don't know what I'm going to play on the side while we're talking. I'm assuming Stardew Valley. We might continue our orc adventure. And yeah, thank you so much, everybody. We'll see you next time. Look forward to reviews in the future when I finally get a working mic. Fucking anyway, and hopefully a wall doesn't fall on me like it did today. All right, boys, have yourselves.